Hello, Internet Sphere. This is your friend Corey with Mighty Mushroom, or a Mighty Mushroom. I'm broadcasting from my father's home in Vita Springs, Louisiana. Didn't know. This is your friend Corey with Mighty Mushroom. Oh, man. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I don't know where that's coming from. Ooh. Oh no, I lost the chat. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, there's the chat. Perfect. Ugh, things have not been working properly at all. Hello, everybody. Hey, morning. It's nighttime, Cool City. How are you doing? I'm going to just post the link in here. This is going to be a more of an Instagram-like video. Normally, I don't broadcast this early from the West Coast, but I am going to just kind of review some things. Wish everybody a happy New Year. This thing's wobbling a little bit. I'm in a chair. Maybe I need to set this up a little bit better. Anyway, I figured I'd come live and say hi. I haven't produced any content really on Instagram or YouTube. Been hanging out with my family, spending some time with my daughter and my dad. We don't get to come down here too much, so it's nice to spend a little bit of time. But my sales have been pretty slow. I increased my handling time to like 15 days. So I've experienced very slow sales, but that's pretty obvious. Before I came, I pumped up my Amazon stuff so I could, maintain some sales, not go broke, and have some Amazon sales going. If you're in the chat and you're watching, jump in. I didn't announce this to anybody. I didn't send out any invitations, but anybody's welcome to kind of pop in and let us know how your holiday season's going and how your sales are going. Mine usually drop off when it gets into like right after Christmas, but usually like ramp up in the early parts of January. And I usually have really, really good January and February times. So it's pretty, we'll see what happens. After this, my wife and my daughter, they're going to go to Argentina. My wife's from Argentina. So they'll go visit for a sec. I'm going to go back to Portland, get some work done, get some things set up, and do some testing on the new space. I kind of miss. Hi, Christy. Yeah, I had a great Christmas. I hope you had a great. I hope you had a great Christmas too. Hey, Krillin or Rob, how you doing? Hi, Thrift and Seek. Um, so basically, I've been relaxing, drinking a lot of wine, eating a lot of food. Yesterday, went to New Orleans. Walked around the city, went to the insect museum, which is really awesome. If you're in New Orleans, you should definitely go see the insectarium. That's really, really cool. Um, I really enjoyed it. I have to stop saying I'm getting back into my ums. I've been focusing on learning about the new cryptocurrencies out there, how they work, who's producing them, all that kind of thing, and kind of getting my head around. So I started doing some like micro trading in cryptocurrency in a cryptocurrency called Verge. And when currencies or products are really volatile in price, you can buy low and sell high, and you could do that lots of times, and you can make a profit. So just in the last couple of days, I made like roughly $900 um, trading this coin called Verge, buying it for 12 cents and selling it for 13 cents, buying it for 11 cents, selling it for 18 cents. I mean, it's really weird. So I went from 800 Verge, a coin that I could buy initially just using some fractions of Litecoin that I had, and now I have like 12,000 Verge that I'm trading. So it's interesting. The coin is Verge, VERG, and the ticker is XVG. It's a cryptocurrency. I don't know a lot about it. It's considered a privacy coin. So there's 1,500 different types of cryptocurrencies out there. There's certain ones that are considered like utility coins, privacy coins, product coins, all this kind of crazy stuff. The way that money works is changing, um, and that is evident. Companies like Amazon and even maybe eBay will come out with their own tokens, and they'll be able to drive investment through these currencies that they kind of invent, or these digital assets they invent, and you can trade these digital assets. So, for example, there's a website. It's called Binance, and you can trade in Binance on Binance, and if you use their coin to pay instead of using Bitcoin to pay your transaction fees, you get a significant discount. So if you use their coin to trade with, you get a very, very deep discount on the trades that you make. So it's pretty interesting. A lot of the dynamics of how things are going to work are going to change. So I've been having a lot of this. So this is a very I live in a technology-based town of Portland, and we're not cutting edge, but we have like high adoption rates. So people can test things there and see if they work. So we have great transportation, we have great internet, we have, you know, we have great think tanks, and it's just a place where ideas happen, in physical spaces and in virtual spaces, which is pretty cool to be able to contribute to that. So I'm here now, and it's funny because the people here are like good old boys, like they don't think that things change because things around them don't change. So they don't understand change, and they don't understand how technology disrupts and changes. Um, Not all of them, but some of them. So this was my idea. And think about this for a second. So maybe your grandmother to a self-driving car, but she will accept the delivery from a self-driving car. So I'm going to post the Hangout uh, here, and I got my computer back, so now I can I can broadcast. I was supposed to be on Sip and Flip with Kayla and Crystal, and I couldn't get the. I was like about to throw my phone across the street. I couldn't get to load. Every time I tried to load the feed from my phone, it kept saying like session not available, session doesn't exist, session expired. It kept giving me all these weird errors, which is very, very, very frustrating. I couldn't test it, and I've never been on anybody else's show really. So it was the first opportunity to be on another channel, and to miss out on that was really disappointing because I really respect both of them. They both do a really, really great job, and they provide like really great content. So hopefully we can get that going again. And I apologize to them for that. That was not on purpose. Check this out. So let's talk about like adoption of technologies and how I gotta hold on. Let me change this around a little bit so this isn't so. Let's just do this. Ugh, okay, I'm in my father's home. Okay, maybe that'll be better. Okay, this is good. We're good. Okay, so your grandmother, she won't allow that doesn't have a person in it because she doesn't trust machines or computers or whatever. But let's say she accepts deliveries. So driverless cabs don't come. First, driverless um, delivery comes, and what happens is you have your smartphone. This is pretty cool actually. You have your smartphone and you order something, and the artificial intelligence that drives this network says, I'm going to be here between 9:10 and 9:30, 9:10 and 9:27, whatever. Will you be there during this time? And you say yes. Then it says, awesome. We trust you. If you say you're going to do it, we understand that you will. So they send you a QR code. It's on your phone. a truck drives up. There's a little door and a little laser beam or whatever, a little scanner. You put your phone up, it scans the QR code, a door opens up, and you pull out your package. And I think that's kind of like how it's all gonna start with delivery. Then what happens is it figures out what you like, who you like, where you like to go, and it's like, hey, today the zoo is half price or free. A car can be there in 30 minutes to pick you up and bring you to the zoo for free. Pay for your zoo visit, whatever. And then the car shows up and it doesn't have a driver, but you don't care because the zoo is free, so you get in and you've just accepted the driverless vehicle system. I don't think I don't think broad scale adoption is far from that. And with artificial intelligence understanding like the consumer desires of individuals, it's going to be really really weird. So somebody has to come into the chat. So the show is in a live forum. If you're watching it, click on the link. If you want to be invited, I'm just going to invite everybody. Watch this. I'm going to invite everyone. Oh, I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm kind of shy today. Let's see if we can get Jacob from Portland Pickers. He never looks at his email. Phoenix Outpost in here. Thanks, Mama J. Late happy everything holiday person thingies to you. The weather here is pretty bad right now. It's invited the normal guests of the show. So yeah, sales have been interesting and pretty garbage. But this is my dad's house, and he's not like a reseller or anything. He's kind of learning how to like resell things and interact online and that kind of thing. He's in his 60s, had a lot of exposure to computers. Not great with a keyboard or anything like that, but he's smart. He's resourceful, and Mama J, I don't exactly know where you are, so I don't know. Are you in Portland? I don't know. Um, Portland's pretty cold. We missed out on the ice storm, so we didn't have to deal with that, which is pretty good. SO. We missed out on the ice storm, so that was good. But everything's probably covered in a sheet of ice. Here, there's been like snow in New Orleans, and there might be snow again. And on Tuesday, it's going to be like 24 degrees Fahrenheit, so -4 or -5 degrees. It's really, really abnormal. Usually in late December, early January, it's in like the 50s or 60s. But I'm looking forward to getting back to Portland and getting some work done, and moving on and trying to increase volume. Right now, I've been like the work focus I've been doing is more like on getting some Amazon inventory like out of there. The more I deal with Amazon, the more I dislike dealing with Amazon. eBay has been a pain in the ass too, honestly. Um, so the Google Hangout, Christy, is so this channel is a Google Hangout, and if you have Chrome and you click on that link that I just sent, you'll pop in, and everybody on YouTube will be able to see you and interact with you. So this Mighty Mushroom channel is an open forum for anybody. It's not just resellers, it's anybody who wants to come and talk about business focused think tank, I would say. But anybody can kind of come in and say what they'd like to say. I mean, if you're an asshole, I'll probably kick you out, but um, it's open to the point of me not being able to put up with whatever nonsense you have to say. But this is a contributional space, so people come in, and if you watch the videos before, they really contribute amazing content. I mean, it's probably boring to a lot of people. Mostly it's me talking, um, but this is more of a practice forum for me to like understand what I'm good at. You don't have to come on camp. Yeah.
What is this?
I had to pop on over to the Oasis. Does it look like fuzzy?
It's a little pixelated. You kind of
Yeah.
look
I
like a
think
pointillist painting.
I look like I'm Picasso-esque. I don't think the internet is very good here. And like I was about to throw my phone into the toilet the other day. Like it just wouldn't work. That's why I asked you that's why I asked Crystal like to send me the link before so I could make sure that it worked. Cause
What was it doing? Like, or what
it
wasn't
kept
it?
saying session not available, session, but it kept giving me a different error every time. So it was like
Oh,
session unencounterable, error X at 4442. Like, then I reset my phone. I reinstalled Hangouts. I'm like,
it must just be like where you are. Like,
yeah, if it seems pixelated, because the
it doesn't
feed.
look that bad though.
Okay, because see, on my side, it seems like very, very pixelated for some reason.
No, it's
But
not
you
that bad.
seem, you're like crystal clear, except for the blue shift that you have. You look like you're a
I
vampire.
just opened a bright white window on my other screen. That probably did it.
Did you have a good Christmas? It's good to see you.
I did. It's been like so lazy.
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah,
Like everybody, like Hazel's home and Mike is home, and like we're all just like napping and like putting Legos together. It's good, but it's just very weird. Like I don't like
yeah.
when my schedule gets interrupted. So when things get differently, I'm like, and then it snowed here like a
Oh,
lot.
dude, yeah, ice and all that crazy shit.
Oh my God, it was so bad.
It's gonna happen again, so get ready.
Is it?
Yeah, it's gonna happen again. Just get ready. It snowed where my grandmother lives. They call it down the bayou, like down on the bayou. That's where she lives. She seriously
Mm.
lives on the bayou, and it hasn't snowed in at her home since 1950. It's either 1954 or 1958,
Oh
and
my God.
yeah, so crazy, right? And it might snow again. So like on Tuesday, it might snow again. So the second time in a single year, that's never been recorded. So it's just very, very peculiar.
That's weird.
It is very weird. What's up, Rob?
What's up, my man?
How you doing?
And
Hey,
how you doing?
How
we're
you
good.
doing?
So we're making like a triangle over here. You said you're down Louisiana with the just some good old boys.
Yep.
Never meaning no harm.
I don't know about the harm part, but yeah. Yeah, we got the
And you're still on
triangle.
the
You got
west.
the East
Yeah.
Coast, South Coast, North Coast.
Coastal connection.
I think it's like 70% of the world's population lives like 100 miles from the coast, like the ocean or something like that.
I've
Yeah.
heard that.
Oh, everyone who wants to go to the beach, you know.
Everybody likes to go to the beach, right? You got cotton candy on the beach, landmines, everything.
Everything we need.
Everything you need. How is so? I hope you had a great Christmas, Kayla. Also, Rob, I hope you had a great Christmas or Hanukkah or Shmagigala or whatever you
Festivus.
did.
Festivus.
Festivus. Did you sacrifice an apple to the gods of Pompeii?
no, no, I'm on the East Coast. My family lives in Pennsylvania, which is not really traveling as far. I mean, you travel much further.
You don't seem Amish to me.
And you want to laugh? That's where my sister lives. My sister lives in the Amish country. I mean, obviously she's not Amish, but she lives amongst that. Like, you could be driving
Yeah.
down the road, and they'll have a horse and buggy. Like, you gotta give them the
Yeah.
right of way.
Yeah. What's it? Pennsylvania Dutch? Isn't that like a
Yeah,
language or something?
yeah, it's a
Hmm.
language. Yeah, my niece. She actually could speak that
Whoa, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
a
that
little
is
bit,
crazy.
not fluent, but. It's actually, I'll give you a little tidbit because I know you like to learn stuff. It's actually, no, because I know I know you by now. It's
I do like
actually,
to learn.
it's actually a form of German, not Dutch. It's really Pennsylvania Deutsch, but they
That's
say
true.
Pennsylvania Dutch. So, just a little tidbit.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I was going through the. I'm so bad at chats. My New Year's resolution is to get better at interacting with the chat on this channel. So
Oh, we're
March,
live.
yeah, yeah, dude, we're totally live. What are you talking about?
I
Do
thought
this.
we were just like hanging out, waiting for, I don't know.
We are
Hi.
hanging out. I came live before I invited you, but it was totally by accident because I hit the wrong button, and then I was like, I just did this on purpose. But it
There
wasn't true.
everybody is. Look at all these people chatting away.
They're saying, "What's the matter with these people here talking about?"
What
I'm
is
glad I didn't say anything terrible about our viewership.
Mark Swinson says he's enjoying the running Where's Corey gag on Sip and Flip. What
I
is
think
that?
we're going to keep that going until next week, too, because he won't be home in time for next week's show. So next week will be another, where is Corey? Where in the
Oh, you have
world?
shows lined up?
I never do anybody else's show ever, and like basically this is the first show I was gonna like kind of do with somebody else, and it was on their show, and I my I couldn't get the feed to work. Just wouldn't work. No matter what I did, it would not work. It was like destined not to work.
Wait, down in Louisiana? How do they say it?
Yeah,
Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. No. Now, how
No,
far are you from Mardi Gras?
well, Mardi Gras isn't a place. It's a holiday.
Okay.
Mardi Gras happens. Mardi Gras happens here in this town. So on the street that my dad lives on, like they have a Mardi Gras parade here,
Yeah,
and it's all lawnmowers. So they all get on riding lawnmowers and like ride around.
Damn,
I'm
party
not joking.
hard.
that's hilarious.
It's really hilarious. So this is a really cool place. It's called Abita Springs, and the people came down here because there were like these healing waters that came out of the ground, and like people really believe that. So they had like to get like healed by the water and all this crazy stuff. And this house sits on one of the largest like untainted aquifers south, because a lot of the aquifers have been like intruded upon, but this one is I think it's like
Virgin?
3,000 feet down, something like that.
Wow.
Kentwood water, if you've ever heard of Kentwood water, it comes from this aquifer. Abita beer, I don't know if you here. I got a bottle of Abita beer. This is like brewed a couple blocks from here, and it's one of the best amber beers. If you haven't had Abita amber, it's really incredible.
Nice amber.
Their artesian well I think is like 1,800 feet. But the groundwater here, like you can dig a hole here in the ground with a stick and it'll fill full of water. I mean,
Oh, nice.
we're like at sea level, you know. It's a
But
funny
it's good.
town. There's a lot of history here.
Now, how far is it from New Orleans?
It's New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, they don't say New Orleans. That's only on television. They say that.
That's what the Yankees call it.
Just like everybody else calls it Joyzy. Nobody else really says
Exactly.
Joyzy.
Nobody says New Jersey. I don't know anybody who says New Jersey. Not even, I was just in New Jersey.
Yeah, we just say it Jersey. Now there's other
I
words
say New Jersey.
people say
New
weird in New
Jersey.
No,
Jersey.
but she's right. People say that people try to do a fake New Jersey accent, but
But
it's
nobody
not
really
the,
talks like
but
that.
nobody talks like that. So why
Okay.
do they
We
even
say
bother?
talk. We say talk.
Okay. So just like New York, it's
Yeah,
weird. Like the boroughs of New York, you can tell where somebody's from. There's
sure.
lots of different parts of New Orleans, and like there's like very deep accents, like the Ninth Ward. Like it's like, where you from, darling? It's got like this very like, and then if somebody from New Orleans says New Orleans, New
hmm
Orleans, we're from New
New Orleans.
Orleans. it kind of like gets exaggerated to
subtle.
Nolans or something like that. But that's like a very like touristic kind of.
Really?
It's New Orleans. But okay, the other version is New Orleans, and then if somebody tells you that they're from New Orleans,
Yeah.
never even been there. It's like,
Wait, so you went to high school? This is where you went to high school? You
yeah.
grew up? Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
did you like did you study French and everything or in high school?
So my it's weird. So I'm Cajun. Cajun is like it's I know it's like a spice that you can buy in the grocery store, but it's
Yeah.
actually it's like a real ethnicity.
Yeah, from
So
Canada.
yeah, exactly. So French Canadians mixed with Native Americans. It's mostly Native American and
Mhm.
French, continental French. But over time, especially around like south of New Orleans, you had a lot of immigrants from Italy,
Uh-huh.
Germany, and that was all mixed in too over time. But yeah, my grandfather didn't speak English until he was 12, only spoke French. And then my
Wow.
great grandfather, like, never really spoke English. I mean, he spoke
Wow.
some English, but never. My dad didn't speak English until he was like 6.
Wow.
Yeah, and I never spoke French just because we didn't. I mean, it's a very economically depressed area, and my dad was like, "I'm not gonna like raise a
Yeah, I'm not
family."
gonna screw you over.
Exactly, and he didn't. I'm very glad about that. So I went to go visit. I went down south today, like way down on the bayou. And I
Holy.
mean, their economy is very, very strongly linked to shrimp fishing and petroleum, and,
Yes,
and
petroleum.
both of those are dying industries. I mean, they
Really?
really are. Petroleum is being replaced by electric, other
Nat
types
gas.
of. Yeah, so eat more easily after the Deepwater Horizon happened like just off the coast here.
Hmm.
So like 100 miles from my grandmother's house was the Deep Horizon. Seriously.
Yeah.
Um, so that really changed the dynamic of both the petroleum industry and the fishing industry. So it's all polluted. Like I don't even like I love seafood and stuff. I'm not eating it. It's like, dude, they
Really?
sprayed all these dispersants and like they polluted the water with it. I don't want to eat that shit, so I'm not going to. Like I prefer not to have cancer.
Mm.
Um, and then obviously like the petroleum part of it has really dwindled because like they thought well safety was there, and
Yeah.
all of the inland reserves have been exploited. So that's the reason they are building wells like the Deepwater Horizon is because that's where the oil is because they've already taken all the rest of it. I think the Deepwater Horizon is like in 7 or 8,000, 10,000 feet of water. The Gulf of Mexico is really crazy. The geology is really crazy because so you go in, you go, you go, you go, you go. It's like 200 feet of water, 4,000 feet of water within
Yeah.
a quarter mile, and then it gets deep. It gets like I don't know, like 12,000 feet deep. I'm not exactly sure what the depths are, but they're insane. The Gulf of Mexico is very, very deep, and it gets very, very deep, very, very fast.
No, the Atlantic does the same thing. I was talking to somebody about garbage waste or something like that, and they were talking about how there's something called a cliff or a shelf or something, and this guy was telling me they send out garbage or something out there, wastewater, and they're like, yeah, they send it out past there because they're just same difference. It goes from like a few hundred feet to like thousands of feet deep.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, but the funny thing is it never like some of those waste products like they were like so the oil was floating on top of the surface where they could the irony of all of this is the best thing to do is burn it. The best thing
Really?
you can do with the petroleum that comes to the surface is burn it because when you burn it, you get rid of a lot of it, and a lot of it gets converted to a fraction that's like not
Yeah.
absorbable by biology, and it just sinks. Well, instead, to hide it, they sprayed these like
Chemicals. Yeah.
yeah, they spread carcinogenic chemicals on it, and
Yeah.
what that did is turned it into these micro droplets that like animals eat because they think it's plankton.
Yeah.
And so the
You know,
larval,
it's funny you mention that. You know, it's funny you talk about that because I get into this debate sometimes with people, and they of course people look. You know me. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to get political. I'm trying to get away from politics.
yeah, I
You know
don't
what
want
I
to be
mean?
political.
No, I'm not. But I just want to know. You'll understand. You're gonna understand how I'm gonna say something. You're gonna understand 100% what I talk about. So when people talk about electric cars, you know, they say, "Oh, it's gonna be better for the environment." And I says, "Listen, you got to be careful because in order to make electric cars, you need special batteries. And to make those batteries, you need to mine. And especially as you know from Argentina, all the mining, you have to mine for those for like lithium and stuff like that. And it destroys the water, and and that water is bad forever. You,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's terrible. The mining that they have to do to make the battery. So I'm like, it's not necessary. So the people say, oh, so you want to have more pollution in the air? I'm like, well, but I don't want pollution in the groundwater. Groundwater. Once you have no water, you're dead. There, you can't. You're
yeah.
the
You can't
society,
live
the
without water,
civilization
and
is
you can't live without air.
well,
And you need
but the
both
water. This,
water and you need both air and water
but
and
there's a
land
lot
to produce
more
food.
air than water. Water is. I've seen so many documentaries on fresh water, and it's like,
Well, there's way more air than fresh water. So only I think it's 1% of the
yeah,
1% of the water on the planet is fresh water,
yeah,
but also like 60% of that is locked up in like ice caps and icebergs and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Our
So
water
it's like
situation is
a
not.
tiny percent of the water is like usable fresh water.
Yeah, our water situation. I don't. I mean, look. Obviously, I'm not a scientist, but our research I've done, the water situation looks a lot worse than the climate situation. I mean, the water situation is brutal, especially with because I was just hoping they got into the farming about. Oh my God! Just to make one hamburger, they use how many thousands of gallons of fresh water? And now
Yeah,
this year,
you need 70 gallons of water to produce a single stalk of corn,
yeah,
and you need 400 stalks of corn to produce like a
what?
kilogram of beef or something. It's
Yeah,
like,
the
yeah.
numbers are the number because it's kind of funny too. Is trust me, I'm gonna get off. I know you don't want too much political stuff, but people don't realize that you save the planet. It's more environmental to not eat hamburgers than to drive a Prius.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no, you're
definitely.
right. You're totally right.
But nobody knows that. Nobody. You'll never hear anybody talk about that.
Well, it's very hard to disseminate. So truths aren't always black and white. You know, there are spectrums of truth, and like especially like a lot of people are driven by like it's hard not to be driven by outside forces like
Sure.
kind of I don't want to say media exploitation because that's like very
Yeah.
like I don't even know the word I'm looking for.
Simplification of it. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
but like you have to get information from somewhere. It just doesn't come from inside of you. You have to
Osmosis.
acquire and yeah. It could be osmotic, but still even if it was osmotic, it would still have to come from somewhere. So it's not like if we had a source of information that was like the source, it would be
Yeah.
different, but we have to get information from other people who and those people work for organizations, and those organizations are certainly not infallible, and they have and they're market driven and that kind of thing. So it's really hard to it's really hard to gain information about those things in a way that is fair to all parties, very likely. But um, yeah, I would say that you're definitely what you're saying is not untrue.
So were you
but
talking? I know. Yeah. So were you talking before about you were talking about the cryptocurrency? That's what I was going to jump on.
yeah.
Was did you move past that, or can you move back, or no?
No, I haven't moved past it at all. It's going to be a
Oh,
common theme in this year because it's it's all of the technology that's going to roll forward in 2018 is
mhm.
I think going to be really shocking and disruptive. And I think that there's going to be technologies that disrupt disruptive technologies, and the way they do it is going to be shocking. And you like, because like AI is now being involved with those disruptions,
Mhm.
the human side of how we think of things and how we organize things is going to change. So that's going to be the craziest part. And it's like, I I'm not like a weird futurist. I'm not a
This topic,
yeah. I'm not dystopic, but I'm also not
topic,
cornucopian. Like, I
yeah,
understand that we live in some misanthropic cornucopioid miasma, and like parts of it are this. We don't live in, it's not striated in that fashion. But
uh-huh.
um I think that starting sometime in this year, the first autonomous deliveries are going to start this year. And it's going to start this crazy snowball effect of replacing human labor with machine labor and
Uh-huh.
intelligence, like conceptualizations. So, both people are going to be being guided by logistical intelligence,
Uh-huh.
and machines are going to be guided by the same logistical intelligence, and things are going to change. They're going to start
Rapidly.
changing faster, and cryptocurrency is going to have a huge part of that, because machines are going to be able to pay each other for things. Like, there's going to be currencies that machines use. Let's say a computer processing power, and it knows that this computer is not using its full capacity, but this computer is owned by this other entity, and it can
Hmm.
pay this computer pennies in order to use some kind of subroutines or something, but
Wow.
it can do
Yeah.
that across this giant sphere. I mean, things are going to get really crazy with these types of like microtransactions that can happen within the cryptocurrency space.
Yeah.
So I know I probably sound like a crazy person, but think ahead of what's happening. And I think that what we do is one of the least disrupt. If you can acquire physical products that are post-consumer, that have um, a demand, you can. You're not going to be subject to a lot of these things because you're kind of outside of the
Yeah.
mechanization sphere.
Well,
Does
I
that make
see.
sense?
No, no, because you know what it is. It's because like we constantly as resellers, because of course that's what the show is about. That's what people are tuning in for
The show isn't
reselling.
about reselling. The show is about
Well,
life.
you know what? Look, come on, you know what I mean. But you know, but you do. But it is run by people as yourself who has a product. So you do have to offer a little something that they're gonna learn. You know. Anyway,
Trying to tie it
thank,
in, that's all.
thank you. You're such a sweetheart. So now, what happens is we're kind of like filling the gaps of the holes to fill the market. So basically, the whole concept of looking at completed item searches is essentially we're gap fillers, because you know what, you pick up an item, you scan it or whatever it is, it ain't worth nothing, boom, you leave it. If it's worth money, boom, you grab it.
And the
So it's
reason it's
kind
worth money is because there's a demand, meaning there's a gap in the market. Like, I feel like my profession is exploring market gaps. Like,
that's
that
exactly
term is like beyond like reselling or doing this or doing that. Basically, I'm like this weird smurf that goes out and finds market gaps. That's exactly
yeah,
what I do. And that's
yeah, you try
very
to,
like, it's very applicable right now, especially to like cryptocurrency trading,
uh-huh.
because there's a lot of these crazy market gaps that are going.
Now all those cryptocurrency
Hey,
more
Ansley.
well, let me tell you my story first.
Okay.
That I was going to tell you. So I when I was driving back from Pennsylvania to come back to New York, I had, of course, I called a friend of mine who I used to work in the restaurant business years ago, and a lot of people, everybody in the restaurant business has some type of vice, whether it's gambling, whether it's whatever, and you know, it's the nature of the business. I don't know if you ever worked in a restaurant.
Everybody has some kind of vice, not just
Well,
people.
No, I understand, but it's exaggerated in the restaurant business. Trust me.
I would
It's
agree with that. Yes, I would
it's
agree.
like on steroids. So I had this guy I used to work with, this guy Eddie, and it's funny because people used to always go off on him because he had no money, but he would always talk about the stock market, talk about this, talk about that, and he'd say, Eddie, you're working here with us and you have no money. Why do you think you're so smart? But I always liked the guy because he was a nice guy. So, make a long story short, he used to do. Do you know what FXCM is?
No.
Currency trading.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. Like, what is it? Um,
forex.
Forex. Yeah, I have a friend in Bulgaria who's been a
Oh,
Forex trader for a while.
yeah, that's what you know. You basically, but it's currency pairs like the yen against the dollar, dollar against the British pound, against the
Yeah,
euro, and you're
yeah.
basically essentially you're betting, but it's really not betting. You're just like these companies leverage you. You depend.
Well,
Whichever
you're looking
brokerage.
for market gaps between currency exchanges, and they can be really small because maybe you set the transaction fee because you have the actual currency and you can
Well,
trade actual currency.
they're actually the company is the one kind of doing that. The FXCM or whoever it is,
Yeah,
they're just kind of loaning. They're just leveraging you, but it's very dangerous, as you know, as many of this shit is stuff. I don't know if I can. I'm sorry. I
very
mean, I don't know.
dangerous.
Okay.
I'm only exposing about 0.5% of my net worth to cryptocurrency.
Well, no, but this is. I want to get to my point. So what happened was, so I asked this guy because I knew because I haven't talked to this guy in a while because he's. I'm like, look, oh, so what do you think about? Because as I'm calling, I haven't talked to him in 6 months. I was like, so what do you think about the new cryptocurrency craze? It's blowing up. So always his luck. He's like, a few months ago, he signed up with Coinbase, right? He tried to, and he's like, they need a lot of your personal information, which I know nothing. So he was telling me that they, for some reason, they wouldn't accept his license. They wouldn't accept his information for whatever reason. So he was going to buy in, like, say, $500 worth. It was about $27, and then he couldn't get on. Then the
Bitcoin was at
weekend came.
$27.
What? Eth- Ethereum?
Oh,
Yeah. So,
ooh.
and then what happened was it went to, he's like, yeah, then another week or so later, it went to like $55. So I says, you know what? It already gone up. So he's like,
It
you
already
know what?
did its thing.
And then, so I was like, Eddie, what's it at now? And he's like, a lot. He's like 800 it went to, something like that.
It's sitting at about 7.
Ugh.
It's been averaging about 700 for the last couple of months.
But that's exactly when we would work. What he would do is he would literally be waiting on tables, and he would have those stock chart, the currency charts on his phone. He'd be like, "Oh, this currency is crashing," because what happens is there's constantly currencies being traded in Asia, all over the world.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
and you're like, when they leverage you, you're like 400 to 1. So it's enormous leverage. So if a currency moves like 1 penny, it's like, whoa, big move. It's
Yeah,
like, wow, you know. So, but
and
that's what I
you
was
just
saying is that always the same people got the same damn luck. This guy Eddie, you know it. The guy, he's like 55 years old. He still has student loans, and I'm like, oh shit.
that's not good. Yeah, this is the coin I've been trading recently. Look at the volatility. So this is
Woo!
like this is in the last like 25, 30 minutes. It's gone up in value and down in value like 15%
Hmm.
Wow.
versus Bitcoin. Yeah, it's insane.
But now, do
Uh,
you understand technical analysis? You ever, like
so I took
candlestick charts?
yeah. So I took a lot of statistics and like I'm a biologist actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I understand how they work but none of that really matters because things can change in a millisecond,
Yeah.
especially when you have no regulation in 24-hour trading.
That's what he would
Do you
do.
know what the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum is?
Not a clue. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Well, let's like inform. So, blockchain technology is considered this crazy innovation. And what it does is blockchain technology allows everybody to download the historical ledger of every transaction of a currency and understand where the currency kind of was the genesis of that currency and how it was traded between addresses. And I mean, it's not going to tell you what it was traded for, but it's going to tell you what went where. Transparency. Now you can add notes and say, this was John, this was Tim. You can add notes to transactions, which is interesting. So you can download the whole blockchain, you can review the whole blockchain, you can analyze the whole blockchain. And in order for you to really transact in real time, you have to possess the blockchain, right? Otherwise, you need to use an exchange, which also possesses the blockchain. So that was the first step, and that's what Bitcoin was. It was like, this is currency that has high cryptographic strength, meaning like you can't guess passwords no matter how strong your computing power is, because there's more passwords than there are stars in the galaxy cubed. There's stars in the universe cubed. These are enormous. No, at like SHA 256 is like when you these are like crazy numbers. So Ethereum came along much later. Hey Jake, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
Happy everything.
Ethereum introduced something very, very, I guess, functional and explosive, the smart contract. So within the blockchain, people can add contracts. So imagine this. Imagine if you had a digital asset, like a piece of software, right? Piece of software, and the software cost this amount of money, right? And when you paid this amount of money, you got the person who paid that amount of money got the piece of software, okay? Now the software had a key that was linked to your payment, so it could never be cracked. It had that same cryptographic nature. Once you pay, you get the software, and it's done. You're never getting your money back. These are non-reversible transactions. Also, let's say, which is really crazy. So let's like real estate. So right now, Jake and I were talking about this the other day. You physical object, but you could create a smart deed that was on the blockchain, and you could instantly transfer it. So I want $50,000. You have $50,000. You put your $50,000 in to this contract that everybody can see, so they can review it. So the other thing is like perfect transparency on the blockchain. So if you're trying to fuck the guy, somebody else can be like, "Hey, you're trying to fuck that guy. That's not cool. That's not how the contract should be."
It's not kosher.
Exactly. So you put your money into the contract, and then once you do that, you get the deed. So it creates a level of, so all of these things are trying to create of necessity for trust. You have an asset or a product or whatever, and I have capital or tokens or whatever. We don't know each other. We don't trust each other. We don't need to. How do we transact through a trustless system where I get exactly what was agreed to, and you do exactly what was agreed to get it? So I think that this kind of moves forward with like how machines work.
But now, how does that? How is it differentiate? One thing I lost was the Ethereum versus the Bitcoin.
There's no smart contracts in the Bitcoin blockchain.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, they don't have that. Okay.
So like this thrift shop hustler was talking about crypto kitties. Each crypto kitty has like this contract that's in the blockchain. So there's 3 billion of these crypto kitties, and it's a digital asset that you own that's connected to the blockchains, and nobody can steal your crypto kitty because everybody can verify its ownership. And it's so, especially for art, like provenance and linking ownership, blockchains are awesome for that, because all of the provenance can be like basically in the blockchain. It can never be lost. Like the network, as long as the network is operational and there's trading on the network and people are mining, that's what kind of mining is. Mining upholds the integrity of the network. Then the structure of the network is upheld at the same time. So it's just very interesting technology.
I think what's when it comes to like actually buying it, from someone else, it's not as user friendly that way. But it seems like that is where that's its orientation, is to be peer to peer. But it requires a lot of trust to transact when you're exchanging something for an altcoin, or
Well, when you're exchanging value, like we're used to having trust. That's why we have like on eBay, you're not going to buy from somebody who has a reputation of 25% positive feedback.
Yeah.
Or 0% positive feedback, or whatever. So that's social proof, right?
Yeah, but PayPal and even eBay are going to uphold these agreements, whereas in a peer-to-peer exchange, it's like, I'm giving you this money to get this coin, or I'm selling this product to get this coin, and you're really trusting on the other individual that they aren't able to renege their contract.
Well, when you have a smart contract and you've both built it, then it doesn't matter anymore, right? Because you don't need trust anymore.
Exactly. But
you put in your pot coins, and I put in my Fujiyama coins, and
coins.
There's a coin. There's actually a coin called Titty Coin.
Oh,
nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
What is it? I don't know exactly its function, but I mean, you could look it up. Look up Titty Coin on Google.
I can guess.
Kayla, will you look up Titty Coin for us and read about what it is?
Yeah, I will.
Awesome. We're gonna focus on.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get all sorts of shit that has nothing to do.
No, you're gonna get Titty Coin.
Oh, got it.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Naughty but classy, it says.
Naughty.
So read us.
I'm trying to find. Here's the Wikipedia. It's ticker symbol. I'll give you a guess. It's 3 letters, and it's TIT.
It starts with T and ends with T.
Titcoin, and the logo is like kind of like an infinity symbol, but with nipples.
Excellent.
Nice. Great marketing. That's good marketing.
That's what I'm saying. This is great. It uses pornography on a decentralized peer-to-peer network to manage the issuance of new currency units while simultaneously processing transactions.
So you get rewarded with porn for processing transactions?
It's a derivative of Bitcoin source code with key modifications to the software which greatly improve transaction speeds. Exclusively designed for and marketed towards the adult entertainment industry to allow owners of the currency to pay for adult products and services without the fear of incriminating payment histories appearing on credit cards.
No, that makes sense.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
But then you still have to acquire Titcoin somehow.
No, but it's
very
good
low
because
market capitalization of about $100,000 US. No notable trade volume registered.
yeah, 100,000 market cap is like dust. I wouldn't even say pennies. It's below pennies.
It's way, way, way below pennies. I mean, some of the crappiest coins have like $100 million market caps. Dude.
There's other adult cryptocurrencies.
Ooh.
BTW. The Wikipedia article mentions others.
Ooh. Nice.
I'm going to start one called Giant Sausage Coin.
Well, there's already Dick Coin and Groin Coin, which
Groin coin.
Good ring to it.
that's a good one. Fellatio Coin is a little bit of a mouthful to say.
Whoa.
And then there's Anal Coin.
Anal
No, that is
Yeah,
not
there
true.
is. Yes, there is.
Wow.
Creation, March 13th, 2015. It is currently inactive.
Oh, that's
Exactly, so it doesn't exist. Damn it.
well, that's shitty.
Shitty.
Groin Coin is apparently dead, this says.
Yeah,
the
well, I
only
mean-
active ones are Sex Coin, Tit Coin, Titty Coin, so there's 2,
That's what I was saying before.
Um,
Titty coin. I didn't say.
And that's it. So there's only 3 active, it says.
Sexcoin wasn't even trying. They're just like, let's just stick to the base.
Let's just call it what it is. Although that's the first created one. That's from May of 2013. So that's the oldest.
You got somebody needs to make one like dirty butt coin.
Well, I think that's anal coin.
Who wants to trade that though? I mean, that just doesn't have the same ring to it.
For some of this dirty butt coin.
Yeah. So now, but what do? You're supposed to trade it for pornography, or you send it to a porn actress, and then you come and get that.
The point is to trade a token instead of currency, so it cannot be linked back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So your wife doesn't see it on the
exactly. She sees that you bought it.
So instead she sees you're buying anal coin.
No.
Nothing to see here.
Think about it a step further, where like you're trading Bitcoin. You have a bunch of money. You trade like 0.05 Bitcoin for like 1 million titty coin or whatever. And all of a sudden you're on the titty coin network. Woohoo!
And you've got the equivalent of like 13 cents.
Yeah, you got $9.
Go
Mike's
you.
there thinking about titties.
Mike's like tit coin.
That's what I meant. Titty coin, not titties. Just titty coin.
You can have no anal coin. I'm sorry. Oh boy!
This conversation is over.
Do you have to mine
on the internet forever?
Do you mine for anal coins?
I can do. Yeah. You have to. Well, I think one of the most coins are mineable except for IOTA, right?
Ones that are proof of stake instead of proof of work. So I'm pretty sure I guess some of them that are proof of stake can also be mineable, but most that are the proof of stake.
So like give an example of one. So Ethereum's mineable, right?
I believe so. I don't know. It says, when you look it up, but there's let's see, there's I had a little list, but there's like
you have to have proof of stake is required. If you don't have proof of stake is ownership, right?
Exactly, yeah. So proof of stake means that you have ownership of it, you possess it in your wallet, and you're actively linked to the network so that you get little treats of coin, but you also help by being a node in the network.
So in order to have like proof of stake, you need to have an active node, but you get some currency for doing that.
Exactly.
Got it. And then the brute force would be more like proof of work, like Bitcoin or Litecoin.
Right.
Interesting. And then you have coins like IOTA where there's no proof of work or proof of stake, right?
Yeah, there's no incentive really. So
there's a lot of like stuff going around that IOTA is like totally full of shit and a scam.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But I think that's good though, because it probably means it's not. Because if it was, nobody would know about it,
Right. What are the sources that are saying that?
I don't know, go look. I'm not your news service.
Well, you're the one that's bringing it. You can't just present a piece of evidence and be like, I don't know, look it up.
Just because I have a chic, I'm not a fucking journalist.
Come on, you go get it, Jake Schwarzenegger.
Jake Schwarzenegger.
No relation.
I have no relation to the.
All right.
This is not my muffin. This is not my muffin. Anyway, so I think that the implications of cryptocurrency changing the way that technology works and interacts with itself is going to be real crazy real soon. And I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, actually, because things are moving too fast for me sometimes. Getting old, Rob.
Yeah, I may be wrong. I may be right. I may be black. I may be white. You know.
But I may be crazy. You may be right.
Did
You
you
may
listen
be
to that song I
crazy.
told you to?
I don't remember.
The plant man knows where the plants will grow.
No, I
Plant
didn't listen
man.
to it.
Oh my god. You're gonna
Oh,
pee yourself. It's so funny.
okay. It's gonna have to
Plant
wait
man.
though. It's gonna have to wait though. Jake, it looks like you've been selling some stuff, huh, buddy?
A few things.
I haven't
Keep
been
me.
selling Jack Henry crap.
Is it because do you have your store on vacay and you changed your handling time?
I put $9.95 shipping into a 15-day handling time.
Wait, $9.95? That's not outrageous.
No, $9.95 ship, but dude, it changes your sales dynamic sufficiently.
Yeah.
Free shipping. I'd rather have high prices than free shipping.
But you're not even home, right?
Do I look like I'm in my house to you? Do I look like I'm in my basement to you?
Yeah, do you see pipes above your head, Jake?
I don't
You
see
see
the
any
bunker.
pipes?
I don't know every room in your house. I don't know. Where are you? Where are you? Are you in
this chair.
Argentine?
No. I'm in Louisiana.
You in Louisiana?
I'm in Louisiana. I'm at my dad's house in Abita Springs, Louisiana.
Did you have some beignets?
Beignets.
Some beignets?
Let's say it together. Beignets.
I know how to say it.
Some
Say it.
Beignets.
He said beignets.
There's a G in there that you have to pronounce. The hard G.
It's a silent.
Bingies.
There you go.
Kind of wish he was silent at the moment.
How about some boudin?
You have some boudin?
I didn't have any boudin yet, but like this region is more. We don't have like the cracklins and the boudin. We're more like shrimp, crawfish, boiled peanuts, gumbo. We don't really have the cracklins and the boudin is more like Lafayette kind of area. This is more to the east.
Okay.
But they do once you get into the kind of backwoods, kind of places. That's where you get that boudin. Do you know what boudin is?
Yeah, I used to eat it quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
My stepdad, he would bring some up from Texas.
Yeah, well, you got the St. Charles connection or the Lake Charles connection. That's more in boudin country to the east. But do you know what boudin is, Rob?
I have no idea, man. I'm not from the south
Boudin.
like you guys are.
Okay, try to say it with me. Boudin.
Boudin.
Boudin. Boudin is it's a sausage. It's a blood sausage kind of. It's rice, pork blood, and like innards, and then you stuff that.
You lost me at fucking pork blood.
Yeah.
Delicious.
You lost. Well, so you sacrifice a
Virgin.
sacrifice a virgin pig. No, and then it's kind of like steamed. It's kind of steamed, and you kind of squeeze it. You kind of squeeze it out. It's like a paste. It's like a paste that you squeeze out. I don't like the husk. I don't like boudin really. It's kind of gross.
Yeah, what? You got
Really?
McDonald's. Why'd you go there instead?
I don't eat that shit. I eat good food.
Like boudin.
Yesterday I went to Muriel's. Muriel's is in Jackson Square, and my wife had like an 8-ounce piece of yellowfin tuna that was caught like the day before. They get a fresh catch. It was a yellowfin tuna from the Gulf of Mexico. Amazing. I had a fresh green salad with grass-fed beef tenderloin. We grow really good beef here. Grass-fed beef tenderloin and fried chickpeas. Awesome. It was really good. It was really good.
Once you say filet mignon, now you got me going now.
You got me going. Gabagool. I need the gabagool.
I don't like gabagool.
I don't like it. What do you like?
What do I eat? You know what my favorite food is? It's German food.
German food.
I love German food. Well, Jake, don't know? Aren't your family's not from Germany? Schwarzenhauer?
Schwarzenheimer.
My grandfather, he was more from Canada, but because before him, his parents came from Germany. I don't know. I guess it would have been it would have been like probably 1905.
So you don't have any connection.
I am mostly German.
No, I don't have any family that I am in contact with in Germany, but
So you never had labor case?
Kayla said something.
I'm mostly German.
Really? Where's your lederhosen?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Kayla, have you ever had labor case?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them how good labor case is.
I'm not a fan.
I've had schnitzel.
Well, schnitzel, all schnitzel is just a breaded cutlet fried in butter.
Yeah, you beat the crap out of a piece of meat with a stick, and then you put some bread on it and fry it.
All right, well here now,
like a bologna.
Yeah, it's the labor case is delicious. I would make love to labor case. It is delicious.
That doesn't sound like something that's appropriate for this show.
No,
I'm a hard pass on that too.
So now
you might have to trade some titty coin to get that going.
So now, Corey, I'm gonna give you another little tidbit because I know you're a foodie. All right. Now, Wiener Schnitzel means schnitzel from Vienna. Wien means Vienna. Okay. Now, veal alla Milanese from Milan. It's the same dish. So,
okay, so I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna go further down that line.
Okay.
My wife is from Argentina. Like one of the national dishes is milanesa, and milanesa is mostly it's made with beef or chicken. So it's pounded beef or chicken that's breaded and fried or baked in the oven. But we have that all the time. I have milanesa like twice a week.
But you're talking about the pounded out meat.
Yeah.
Not breaded and fried. You're talking about pounded out and then cooked on a flat top.
It's breaded and then we bake it, but they do fry it sometimes.
Yeah. Do you know? There's the Portuguese dish. I don't know if you know anything about the Brazilian, the beef on something. It's they take the beef and they pound it thin with like a vinegary barbecue sauce. And you put it on like a Kaiser roll. Delicious. You know, Brazilian.
Meat with bread is always good. I love bread too much. Dude, I love bread. You can't eat that much bread though. You know, like bread makes you I gotta maintain my girlish figure. I can't eat that much bread.
Bread. You eat bread. I'm the size of this damn screen, man.
Because you eat too much McDonald's bread.
Bread and labor case. Oh, it's so good.
Is that like labor worst? Okay, I'm gonna go get some more whiskey really quick.
Whiskey bottle, brand new phone. So have you guys been selling a lot on eBay? I've been slow.
Last week was deader than dead for me.
Yeah, me too.
I had an insane like $900 day on Christmas.
Hey, how you doing?
I just sold a $130 shirt that I got from Nordstrom Rack 2 weeks ago for $4.
Hell yes.
Wait, you sold the shirt? Wait, what was how much was the shirt?
I paid $4.47. It's brand new with tags. It just sold right now $129.99 plus tax. Plus shipping.
Damn.
So, and women's brand or men's?
Women's. It's an Eileen Fisher.
Yeah.
3XL. Plus sizes always sell better.
Yeah.
New with tags, like tunic shirt. Ugly as shit.
You know what's funny you said? I sold a few Eileen Fisher tunics. They sell. Even with holes, I had one that had a whole lot of holes in it. The woman still paid me. I still sold it for like $25.
Yeah, this is 100% linen. It's wrinkled as shit. I didn't have a chance to steam it. I just threw it up there. Sold in like 3 days for $130.
And the tag probably was like 300, right? 298, isn't it? 90, a lot of 98s.
Corey's trying to show us how much you sold today.
Retail was about $318.
18 8s. I told you they got a lot of 8s in their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I got a whole garbage bag. It's freezing outside. I got a whole garbage bag full, not new, used stuff. Eileen Fisher.
Right.
But-
Oh God, get that shit listed. That stuff is so, especially if it's linen. Linen
I
is
know.
like super popular right now.
But I'm
I think it's
embarrassed. I don't know
terrible.
where to. Honestly, I have nowhere to put it. It's in the back
Oh.
of my truck. I got them in garbage bags.
You need to put it on eBay so you can sell it and make money from it.
Listen, I'm
Rob
not the
doesn't
only.
actually like to. Rob is like death piles. He doesn't actually like to sell anything.
That just
Listen.
put me at like a $300 a day selling that.
Booyah, booyah. So, but Corey, I have a dilemma too because I have so much stuff like that big garbage. I have like 5 garbage bags of women's in my truck still, and then I have all those. I still have all those Xenia suits and Robert Graham shirts I haven't listed yet. So
Why
but-
don't you just hire somebody to help you, dude?
I'm looking. So let me finish this. So then what happens is I say, okay, fine. I'm not gonna go sourcing. I'm not gonna buy nothing. You know what? So then a woman, because I know you pop for estate sales. So a woman who works for estate sale companies, she started doing sales on her own. But I knew the woman. We built up a little relationship. Like, I walk in the house, there's people that with the companies. You say, oh, you got electronics today, you got jewelry today. The people who work for the company, you're friendly with them.
Yeah.
This way they hook you up.
Uh-huh.
So now this woman's doing her own sales. So she's like, oh, can I? She's like, oh, I'll preview if you want. So I'm like getting like,
Dude,
when
the
you
preview is so premium.
oh, so and this is in a town called Dix Hills. It's out on Long Island. The houses are in the millions. It's a very wealthy area. And she's like, yeah, I have some shirts, Loro Pinini. I was like, I'm like, I know my eye. I was saying the same thing. So I'm like, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna go out because she's gonna do the setup. For how they do the setup for the sale like a couple days ahead of time. So she's like, yeah, you can come out, meet me out there when I'm doing the setup, and then you can take whatever So I'm getting like, how you get like that high that like, oh my God, she's telling me this stuff, and I'm like, but I don't even know where the hell I'd put it. But I gotta go, right, Corey? I gotta
Yes,
go,
you
right?
have to go, especially if it's cheap. But you need to hire somebody to help your ass.
Yeah, so we were just convincing Kayla like a month ago to hire somebody to help her.
And now I have someone, and it's amazing.
See?
No, I am.
She measures all my shit. She doesn't photograph, but she measures and gets it all drafted. So it's sitting on eBay, just waiting for me to take the photos and put them together and list them.
It's kind of cool that you developed that method. Like I do it like the totally the opposite way where I'm like pricing it and like editing it, but they do like the photos and just a description, and they use the description as the title. But I mean, for clothing, they do measurements though. But
if you trust them,
absolutely, it doesn't matter whether you trust them or not. If you don't trust them, you'll figure it out very quickly.
For you.
No, because when you sell suits, like if it was for like a regular T-shirt, if you're off by a half an inch or something like that, if it's something, a guy who's buying a rock T-shirt, it's not as big of a difference, and it's easier to lay it flat. But when you
said you had somebody working for you before,
yes, but he was doing. Sorry,
he was doing good. So you kind of have some experience, but you need somebody who has higher throughput, right? You need to get off your ass and get that done. Seriously.
I know.
No,
I'm
not kidding. I'm not joking.
I have other issues that I need to take care of.
Well, but yes, you're right about the measurement thing. And like the first lot of stuff that I got back from her, the measurements were all off, like every piece. And so I knew, okay, it's not that she's fucking up, so to speak. Like something is wrong because every measurement is wrong. Yeah. So I sat down with her, we figured out what the problem was, and we fixed it. So then the second batch I got back from her was like 99% perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now she knows what the issue is, and I'm still checking. I would say 5 pieces per order just to make sure. And I haven't found any other issues.
It's always good to audit. You always want to audit. It doesn't matter how much experience a person has. Like if they do 100 items, pick 10 out and audit them. It gets to a point where you can't do everything. So a random audit is just way better because you know you're gonna catch it. If they're making broad mistakes, you're gonna catch it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think auditing is a better way to go. But I mean, I kind of lost the lister. She was like my main clothing lister, and
What
she's
happened?
doing. What's up?
What'd you say?
I think we want to know what happened. I think that was the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I started to. I said, listen, like we have to like rein it in here, and I need to like you're. I'm giving you like a very broad breadth of what's acceptable, and we're gonna we're gonna choke that down. And she was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And I was like, okay, awesome. See ya.
You
Peace.
said Auf Wiedersehen.
Yep.
Was this the one that was giving you like excuses and stuff, or was this
Yeah. Every
like her
excuse
cousin
that she gave
sister's
me, I
cat
made like rules
thing or
about those
something?
excuses.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, what? Okay, give an example.
I don't want to.
Okay, fair enough. So let me touch back on IOTA because we were talking about So the only criticism that I've been able
So
to
nobody
find.
knows what you're talking about right now. So let's give a little context about what IOTA is and how like back into the cryptocurrency sphere here just for a second because Jacob's
I
also
didn't
talking
know. I
about
thought.
IOTA.
Just for a moment. Okay.
Just for a
So
minute.
the way that it's different than Bitcoin is it doesn't use a blockchain, which is a series of transactions that happen every 10 minutes, right? They go in blocks. Transaction.
You could never have a transaction that takes less than 10 minutes on the Bitcoin block and on the Bitcoin network, which is a huge problem.
Exactly. So what IOTA did is it created a different system called the Tangle, and everyone in the network can be a node that allows for transactions to happen. Is that correct?
They can verify. Everybody can be a node that verifies transactions, but the problem is the software verifies the transactions. It doesn't. There's no transparency. So this is one of the biggest problems with IOTA that I'm seeing now. That doesn't mean that you can't create that transparency.
Right.
Like
And
I couldn't figure out a way to figure out how to view transactions, which troubled me.
got you. The only thing that I'm seeing on top of what you just mentioned is people just being like, well, it's not incentivized, because there's not proof of stake and there's not proof of work where you're not earning rewards for transacting.
Yeah, but
the thing that makes
it's always on, and it was engineered to be like the currency of the Internet of Things. So like your refrigerator's on, it becomes a node.
And the thing is,
And it can order drinks from Amazon with IOTA.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no fees.
Yeah.
There's
the problem
you
with
don't
no
get charged.
The truth about no fees and the problem with no fees is that no work equals no pay. So it's like, or no pay equals no work, I guess is the opposite. So we need work so that we get pay. There needs to be I think proof of work is the best way because it creates an amount of, like, the Bitcoin network is an order of magnitude more powerful than the internet itself. And that is through proof of work. Okay, so the Bitcoin network is just like how many terahashes is it now? I mean, it's crazy. The computing power of the Bitcoin network is insane. Like, okay, hold on. Bitcoin hash rate.
And the hash rate is the rate at which your computer can randomly generate numbers to solve the.
It's the rate that the network. It's the total hash rate is the rate that the entire network can generate hash. So it's a rate. So it's hashes per second. Let's see. Okay, let's see what the hash rate is right now. As of December 6th, 2017, The difficulty was ridiculous, and the hash rate was 11 billion gigahash per second, which means every second it's producing 11 billion 256 strings of numbers that are all different. And it needs that. So wait, it takes 10 minutes. So it increases and reduces the difficulty every 2 weeks, which is wrong and bad. And that's one of the other problems with the Bitcoin network, is that it adjusts the difficulty of the hash solution based on the computing power of the network, so people can't hack it. So, but it's good, but it needs to change or every hour, not every 2 weeks.
I thought it changed more frequently than that.
11 billion gigahash per second.
A lot of hash.
So, if you understand the number of characters that's producing basically per hour, it's quintillions. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the computing power is insane, and it takes computing power to produce these numeric strings. You know.
What kind of whiskey you drinking?
What's up?
What kind of whiskey you drinking?
I'm having some Wild Turkey, 80 proof Wild Turkey.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Wild Turkey. It's an affordable and excellent whiskey, but I gotta stay away from the whiskey generally because it gets me drunk. What? That's what I was drinking at the holiday party. I was pretty wasted.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't remember much.
I think
you guys had a party?
most of us were. Yeah, I hosted a big reseller party in Portland.
It was awesome. Thank you, Kayla. That was really awesome.
It was fun. And now I'm like, what's the next holiday that we can celebrate?
Valentine's Day.
We're gonna hide some eggs. Let's have an Easter party where we hide eggs.
Full
But
of
there has to be something inside the
alcohol
egg.
bottles.
Inside the egg.
Full of titty coin.
That's all the incentive I need.
What?
So that's all the incentive I need.
Some titty?
Some titty.
Something down.
Yeah, I've got to.
Who's in the chat?
Nobody's talking in the chat. It's weird.
I know, it's quiet.
It's weird. The chat's pretty active.
Chat's been dead for like 30 minutes.
I know, it's really weird because there's a bunch of people watching right now.
They're like being real voyeurs right now.
No, well, we can accept voyeurism. It's okay.
They're like looking over the fence at us.
I'm glad you came back, Rob. I'm glad you came back for round 2.
Round 2. Right?
Yeah. Well, it took us so long to coax you out.
No, it wasn't coaxing. It's I couldn't figure out how to. Even now, what I have to do is I have to go on my desktop, try to sign in, get knocked out, then go back in on my phone, and then my phone will let me in, but only let me in.
Maybe that's why it wouldn't work. So yesterday I didn't have my laptop, and I'm like, I usually, like, I'm on my laptop now, my phone's in my hand, but maybe that's why it wouldn't work, because I had to, like, accept it on my laptop.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. I had to do it first, and then I jump in on the Chrome. I don't know. I don't know much about this stuff. Please do me a favor. I don't know.
No, it's weird. The system is definitely not easy.
You've had problems getting on mine from
my iPad.
And like when you do that, what does it say? What messages?
So, what I'm not able to do is on my iPad, I can't click the link. Like if you put a link in the chat room, I can't click on it. If I do, it just brings me to the Hangout screen and it's black, nobody's there, empty.
Sure.
If you send me an invite, I can open up the message in Google Hangouts and click join and it works. But the link doesn't work. So however it is set up, it doesn't work that way. But they don't make it easy. Like YouTube Hangouts, like live on the air, is still not flawless.
I mean, this is pretty good. We're doing
now
pretty
it is, yeah. But it takes a lot to get there sometimes.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. I was like very stressed out. Like I'm like,
Well, that's why I
what?
said don't worry about it.
Well, when you said don't worry about it anymore, I was like, I put my phone down and I walked outside.
Yeah, no, there was nothing to be stressed over. It's not like Crystal and I sat there like, well, guess we
No, but
don't know
that's
what to
not
talk
that's
about now.
it's not about that. It's about like accountability and it's about like being part of like
Oh, nobody
yeah.
thought you were like bailing on us or anything.
No, I was like n- beyond
You're the
that,
glue, Corey. You're the glue.
the glue of what?
We just sat there for the whole show and cried.
You're the
Be
glue.
quiet.
So now, when you had your holiday party,
Yes.
were you guys going? I can't even talk tonight. Were you guys going live when you had your holiday party?
A few of us went live like on Instagram,
Oh, you
and
were
kind of
live on.
did. We
Yeah.
started off where like everyone was still sober, and then by the end of the night, I know I was going live.
Dude,
And,
I was
not
live, but it
sober.
was not on Instagram.
Yeah,
You were.
the party got pretty live, but it was great. We had it at a really nice restaurant. Everyone dressed up and
Nice.
put on their Sunday finest,
Which was
and
new
then
for
got
most people.
and
Because
then
I
we got
usually work on Sunday.
So how far do you guys live from each other?
I live about 3 hours north in Seattle.
Oh,
They
you
live
don't
really
live.
close.
Oh wait. So wait. You don't live. Holy sh!
I don't live
sugar.
in Portland. I live in
You don't.
Seattle.
So
Oh my
I don't. Do
god.
you, Rob? Do you like follow or look at any of like Nicole State's stuff?
All you have to do is hug the
I
boss
mean,
when he does downdraft.
when she's on your show, I follow. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
Kayla and Kayla organized the party, and
Oh, okay.
like Nicole lives near Portland, like in a town near Portland. So I guess it was. I don't know
Yeah.
how. I
See,
don't know how it all came
I
together.
thought Portland. I always thought Portland was close to Seattle. It's really not.
It's about a 3-hour drive.
Yeah,
3 hour tour. That's a long. That's a long 3 hour tour.
It
It's
was
like the
worth it,
distance
though.
from like New York City to like Atlantic City.
Yeah.
More.
To give
Yeah,
you
I was gonna say.
perspective.
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it because looking at the map, just when you look at a map real quick, I thought it was like going from New York City to Philadelphia, which is like an hour and 40, hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was going from, but I didn't know it was like 3 hours and something. That's
It's
like,
pretty far north up there compared to Portland, but it's still it's all
It's an
interstate,
easy drive,
so it's
though.
pretty easy. Yeah, it's
a
all
super
interstate.
like it. I've driven down there for the day. It's close enough that like if I go in the morning, I can spend a full day in Portland and then drive home. Like
Yeah, you can like spend the entire day in Portland and be back by like 9 o'clock.
well, that's like when I went to my sister's city right outside. She lives near a city called Lancaster,
Mhm.
and you probably heard of it being from New Jersey. Lancaster.
Mhm.
And it takes me about 3 hours and 15, 3 and 20. That's how long and it's a long drive. It's not the longest drive, but I mean, it's not like I said, like I thought it was like hour and a half from Portland to, and I didn't know. I'm looking at the map again. Portland's not even on the ocean. Portland's far from the ocean.
It's
About an
in
hour
there.
and a half to get to the
Yeah.
ocean.
No, it's weird because I'm thinking like where I live, I could ride my bike to the ocean. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, it's definitely not like that.
I thought Portland. I thought you guys were right on.
I could ride. It is a port, and there's a river that leads to another river, and that river leads to the ocean. But I could ride my bike to the ocean.
But your neck bone's connected to your leg bone, connected to this bone.
Yeah, I could
Yep.
cycle and end up at the ocean.
Look, Cornholio.
You'd be very tired.
Who's very tired?
It'd be a
Would
day.
be.
There's a race here in Portland. It's like the Hood to Coast race.
Yeah.
They go from Mount Hood to the. We don't call it the beach. We call it the coast because you can't go in the water because it's too fucking
It's
cold.
fucking cold.
It's so
What do you
cold.
mean? What, like in the
It
summer?
is not like the
In the
Atlantic
summer?
Ocean.
No, in the all the time. In this region called all the time, it's cold.
My family
What?
and Nicole's family went to the beach this summer. We stayed there for a few days outside of Portland. And I was like, let's go to the beach and we'll go in the ocean. Because I'm an East Coast girl and that's what
Yeah, it's
you
not-
do. And we put our feet in and it was like 80 degrees out. It was nice. And
Yeah.
the water was freezing.
It's like sticking your feet in an ice chest full of like slightly melted
miserable.
ice. It's
Like
so cold.
Corey,
So we have
like
in Oregon we have an upwelling. So what happens is there's like a mid ocean like an oceanic ridge, and when
Yeah.
the currents come,
yeah.
deep ocean water up. So you, right off the coast. So all that water is like deep ocean water, which is like very nutrient rich. So it smells, and it's very cold. It's
I
cold.
thought you
and
were gonna say
stinky.
I thought you were gonna say it's like sticking your foot in a in the summertime, the
Like
beer cooler.
agar.
No, the beer cool like where you put the Budweiser cans in, the beer
Mhm.
cooler that's water and ice.
That's what it feels like.
It's that.
Fucking cold. It's no joke. It's freezing.
So- All right, so Corey, I know you'll have this answer for me. Okay.
You teaching?
Now, there's a place. It's supposed to be at I don't know if it's a real place or if it's a fictitious place, but you would know for sure because you're that guy.
True or false?
No. Okay, it's a place in Oregon. It's
Oregon. Say it with me. Oregon.
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 Oregon is like so.
Not
what?
Oregon. It's
Come
not
on
a hexagon. It's
Okay.
Oregon.
So how do you, Oregon is along a heart. That's an Oregon. So anyway, you distracted me over here. You distracted me. So anyway,
Over here. I got a gabagool over here.
listen. Do me a favor, please. I get sidetracked very easily.
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up. That's what he wants to say.
So I know Corey's the only one who's gonna know this. In the movie War Games with Matthew
Yes.
Broderick,
Correct.
okay, they go to a place. I think it's called Gooseneck Island or something like that. Remember where the guy has the pterodactyl, the flying pterodactyl, and they have to take the ferry to get to the guy's house, and the guy had the nicest log cabin in the world you ever seen in your life. Remember?
I vaguely remember.
I don't remember the flying pterodactyl.
Oh my god. That's the greatest part of the movie. The guy who invents the
Would you
computer.
like to play a game?
I just wanted to know if that was a real place that Goose something. The guy had like his own private him private, but you had to take a ferry just to get to his island.
I just did some Googling for you because I don't know the answer, but I looked it up. Goose Island is really Anderson Island in the
Okay.
southern part of the Puget Sound, which is technically Washington state.
Called the same
It
shit.
said Gooseneck Island though.
Well, he was close.
Is it
So there and
Dude, there's probably like 100 Goose Islands because like think about it, like there's got to be a bunch of islands. There's like thousands of islands off the coast of the United States, and like there's got to be one called fucking Goose Island in every state.
I guess it wasn't actually filmed in Oregon. It was actually like the airport there was actually Boeing here in Washington.
Okay, so that's close enough.
Close enough.
I'm in the right.
I would
Great
say
region.
that yeah, it was one of the islands in the San Juan Islands, most likely.
Way up
But
there.
Oh, they're the 50.
You don't remember the flying pterodactyl?
Oh, I
I
thought
don't remember the flying pterodactyl. It's been a while since I've seen that film though.
Dude, I thought you'd have that like in your mind. War Games. Do you want to play?
I mean, you know what, dude? What was the Matthew Broderick movie where they had the chimp?
Project X,
Dude, I gotta watch that again because that's heavy shit, right?
where they let them go at the end.
Yes. So can I tell you a crazy story about that whole deal?
Do it.
So
Do it. Do it.
around the time that they made that movie, the town that I'm from, it's called Covington. Along the Chifuncta River, there's Tulane University's Primate Research Center. It's huge. It's like hundreds of acres, and there's all these. There's in camp like they were testing HIV vaccines and all these crazy things on chimpanzees. And the Earth Liberation Front, like they kind of infiltrated our town and like went in and released like 1,000 chimps that were infected with yellow fever, HIV, all this crazy stuff. And
Oh my.
dude, along the river, there's some that are still alive. You can hear them. Like you'll be going down like some of the creeks along the Chifuncta River. It's all like virgin forest out there still. Huge tracts of lands, and you'll hear still today. Like they
That's
live
badass.
for a long time, dude.
That's creepy.
Oh, I'm glad
yeah.
that our news is following this, right? Like,
That was cool.
Look up Tulane Primate Earth Liberation Front. Look at those like two keywords. So they broke in and let all these like it was mostly HIV research. You think about the time, and it happened like right after that movie.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. In the 90s.
Did you
late 80s. Late 80s.
Did you have any problems with like apes taking human jobs? Is that an issue?
Well,
at
I
all?
mean, if it's your job, certainly. But
They're all
that's what I'm saying.
resellers.
Literally, an ape could do my job. Just pounding on a computer all day and
They're
then
all at the
taking
thrift
photos.
stores.
man, I walked into this thrift store and it was full of chimpanzees.
I went through the women's clothing.
Just like it's trying to play with, but it's trying to pay in bananas.
Don't take bananas, sir, for the last
You do
time.
not take bananas for iPads.
Discrimination.
Yeah,
Discrimination.
how do monkeys get money? They're not monkeys. They're apes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're not monkeys.
You're right, actually, so that's the-
Careful there. Careful.
Garage Flips Lonnie says that he's sure an ape could be trained to sell on eBay or make a YouTube channel. And the
Oh.
proof of that is that Lonnie sells on eBay and has a YouTube channel.
Coincidence?
I think yes.
I think not.
Lonnie has, if you're watching the show and you haven't seen Lonnie's channel, which you might have, likely.
So
You
funny.
may have. He's a knowledgeable guy, and flipping in South Louisiana is difficult, so you have to be very resourceful, and he is, and he's a solid dude. So check him out. He has an Instagram as well. It's not as good as mine, but
Yeah, Lonnie's a good peeps. Lonnie's good peeps.
Are you suffering, Corey?
I'm sorry,
Are you suffering being away?
dude. It's so hard not to work. Like, it's like my like. I can't even describe it. It's very difficult.
I think it's one of the things we need to talk about.
What?
How difficult it is to not work once you get into the
So
once you turn your mind into a working business machine, to then operate outside of that is very challenging.
I dedicated this. So I was here for like 10 days, or I'll be here for a total of 10 days. I dedicated it to two things, like learning much more about cryptocurrency and actually making some trades, and two, optimizing my Amazon inventory to get rid of all of it because I fucking hate Amazon.
Yeah, that was
So
pretty
you're not,
blunt.
not working.
Get rid of all.
I'm definitely working. I did some thrifting, dude, and the thrifting here is really weird. But I have found some really, really profitable items. They're just way different than the items you find in Portland.
You should take some video. You should at least put
Yeah,
it on
man.
Instagram or something. I love seeing thrifting in other places.
Yeah,
Lonnie's
put it on YouTube. But this platform we got here, why don't you go around?
Because he doesn't like doing stuff that's not live.
I don't do it unless it's live because I don't like to edit shit.
You can do that. Do a lot. What do you look? I gotta say something. Some people with their videos, they go so nuts with the editing. Like, you know how you say I don't like the. I mean, honestly, if somebody's making a video about whatever it is, about something on reselling, I don't need to hear music. You don't gotta put music. What for me? If I want to hear music, I'll go put music on and I'll watch a video while I'm listening to music. You know what I mean? People are like putting on like, you know what I mean? If I
Rob, when you talk, it's like poetry.
poetry in motion.
He's just saying what we're all thinking anyway.
I know, it's like
No, but
punk
listen,
rock poetry.
No, but when I make a video once every 2 weeks, all right? If I find something cool, I'll say, look what I found. I got blah, 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 do. But I don't, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't
Bless
think
your heart.
but you know what I mean? Like, I don't think
No,
nobody wants to.
I feel you.
Do you want to listen to do you need to listen to some
Yeah.
generic YouTube song, which everybody plays the same YouTube song because they can't play a real song because they'll get sued or something? I don't know even. And I try to ask people this question and people evade me. And I'm like, oh no, you can't use real music, you know, because it's not. I don't mean real music. I'm not trying to say fake music, real music, but I'm trying to say music that's not
It's not
copyrighted.
fake music.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Someone
why can't you?
They
But why
composed
can't-
it, man.
You can't play like you know, Master of Puppets while you're going to search for puppets, you know.
Or your
Yes,
video.
I can do whatever the hell I want. This is my hot body. I can do it.
Unless you post a South Park clip.
Dude, that got pulled so fast.
We were live and chatting, and all of a sudden
Seven-
we go to say something into the chat room, and he's like,
7-8 minutes you get pulled.
"Why?"
So Joe Rogan,
I typed in the chat.
I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, and they're always like, "Oh no, don't screen share that. We'll just get pulled off the air." So they have the experience. Even like somebody who has like crazy viewership like that, like
Doesn't even matter.
doesn't matter. They just pull that shit in a second.
Yeah, I watch it just on YouTube. I mean, do you watch it on YouTube or you go to his site? Like, how do you listen to Joe Rogan? On the web? I'm YouTube, right?
So I'll usually I'll either put it on a podcast or I usually don't put it on YouTube or whatever because I'm usually doing something else on the computer, but I'll put it on my phone or on the iPad or whatever.
Mhm.
You know,
But he doesn't take.
prefer
It's
the
not a call-in
podcast. I don't
show,
want
right?
to look at those ugly. What's a
Mama
word for what's a word for dude in Jerseyan?
Mama Luke's.
I don't want to look at these ugly on Mama Luke's.
No. I'm not from New Jersey.
I know. I'm just fucking.
No, but listen. So but because they don't take phone calls, the Joe Rogan show, right? They don't have a time where they take calls, right?
No, they're not interactive. That's what I think if somebody could recreate the Joe Rogan show where they could like have Krillin on, that would be amazing.
See, no, because you know what? I want to go. You know who I want to go off on? This guy. Speaking of Master of Puppets, this guy James Hetfield and Lars Earl. Like, you know, they talk about the Napster. Remember, you know, the whole thing about
Back in 1998.
Yeah, but you know what? But then this is what gets me, right? I was listening to the interview that Joe Rogan did with James Hetfield.
Oh man,
So-
that really that shot my blood pressure up like 900 feet.
So what happened? So then he's talking about, he's like how a lot of things in music are diluted because, you know, since obviously a lot of people can post music for free on these websites, that, you know, a lot of bands don't blow up. So I want to tell James Hetfield, I want to say, look, you can go out to some big stadium and make millions of dollars because of Napster. If there was no Napster, you would not make a fraction of the money you're making right now. Because if there was no Napster, then you would there would be another Metallica or somebody else who would knock you out of the box. You know what I mean? I said, you're not getting paid for your new music. When people go to your show, they want to hear Master of Puppets. They want to hear Enter Sandman. They want to hear whatever it is. They don't want to hear any new music. So it's irrelevant whatever new music that you come out with. Who goes to a concert and says, "Oh, can I hear the new album?" Nobody wants to hear the new album. Nobody. Jake, you go to concerts? You go to concerts, Jake?
I'm not a big music buff. But I don't go to a lot of concerts.
Listen, if you go to concerts, right? If a band, I don't care how.
Enjoy concerts. I love the vibes. I love live
I
music.
love vibes.
It's not
Well,
something that I make time for in my life.
I probably go to 40, 50 concerts a year, and
More than I've ever
if you
gone through in my life.
yeah, if you go literally when they, I almost feel bad for the bands when they play it from the new album, because no matter how good the band is, they literally. I saw Culture Club last month, and obviously Boy George is, how who he is. So literally there was women, like a group of 40 women just started talking like da, 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 da. All these 40, 50-year-old housewives that wouldn't shut up. Bah, 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 yakety yakety yak. And he was trying to sing his song. He was getting distracted on stage because he was trying to sing a new song, because when they go, they want to just hear Calm a Chameleon, and they want to hear, you know what I mean? They want to hear the hits.
You know, it's really difficult when you need to calm a chameleon. It's really difficult. Like sometimes you can use Xanax, but it doesn't work because like chameleons are immune to Xanax. So,
Yeah.
probably just
So he,
good with the chameleon, and then you're like, calm a chameleon.
Calm a Chameleon, Calma. No,
I'm
but
just
the only thing that was good about that show was there was a lot of women there that to dance with. Let's just leave it at that.
Hey, Rob. We're dancing.
Girls at concerts. It's a good place to go to hang out with girls.
You rubbing up on some people, huh?
Just what we all need. The other
What?
three of us in here.
I'm not a
What do you
player.
mean?
I just rub a lot.
You freak on? Yeah.
At the concerts, yeah, you can
You can get your freak on. Get your freak on.
hell yeah. Get
I'm not a
love
single
concerts.
lady anymore, Rob. I can't go to concerts and rub up on people, okay?
Don't incriminate yourself, Rob.
yeah, because you got a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But
she's gonna.
I still appreciate the music.
I can't. But in Portland, I swear, there's so many. If you
There's-
go on bandsintown.com, ton of bands. A lot of because I'll follow, for example, like the concerts that I go to, I go on, say, this website, bandsintown.com, and it will give you the whole tour of whoever it is. And a lot of times they go right from the East Coast, boom, they avoid the whole, they avoid the entire. Yeah, the Midwest is like.
The Midwest. All they have there is schnitzels.
So they avoid it, and then they go right to Seattle, Portland, and San Francisco. All the whole West Coast. So all the bands that I went to see, I was like, oh shit! I was like, there's a lot of great. And I told Mushroom, and he's like, he's doing this.
My name is Corey. My business is Mighty Mushroom.
He's a
I was like, Corey.
Mushroom. Just call him Mushroom. That's fine.
I was like, Corey, next week I just saw the breed. I don't know if you remember. Well, if you remember the Breeders.
I do remember the Breeders.
He's one of
I was
them.
like, yo, they're coming
Do you
to.
remember
They're coming.
the band?
Nah, I don't. I was. So all the good bands, they go to the West.
Yeah.
Have you,
No,
have you
it's
seen
true.
The Last Waltz?
The Last Waltz.
Yeah.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Are you fucking kidding me? No.
What?
Martin Scorsese
Oh, the
filmed
movie.
the last concert by the band.
Oh, I think you're talking about the song, The Last Waltz.
I'm gonna kick you out of this channel in a second right now.
Why are you busting my balls?
That's all he
Because
does.
your balls are bustable at this point. I'm talking about the band here, and you're talking about Engelbert Humperdinck.
It's later. What time is it now? I can't even look at the clock because I got my
It's
phone on.
11 o'clock your time. I'm early.
Oh, that's only 11 o'clock my time. That's it.
Oh no, it's
How can
1
it be?
o'clock your
No.
time.
I was gonna say it's 1 o'clock East Coast time.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right. Sorry. I did that wrong.
Bedtime almost.
Well, no, I didn't change the time on my computer.
yeah, it's funny we're talking about cryptocurrencies. These long, complicated formulas. Like, what time is it?
We can't answer that question though.
I mean, I'm a veritable quandary.
Oh yeah, because you're right. You're in the central. Because is Lonnie still in the chat?
Yeah, Lonnie's over here hiding because he. Okay, let's go through Lonnie's. Let's together go through Lonnie's messages together. Let's do it all together, and let's talk about.
Well, he gets mad because I would tell him. I'd say, "Oh, what time is a live show on?" So he'd say the time. I said, "No, no. What time is it in East Coast time? Because that's the time that we count." I said, "Oh, Central should be the time we count because it's the Central."
So let's go back. Let's go back through Lonnie's. Lonnie says, "Corey, do you think it's possible cryptocurrency, at least in its current form, is total bullshit?" And I say, "No, it's not at all." And he said, "So it's not possible?" I don't know what he's talking about. And we're going back in time. And then you said gadooba dooba 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 dooba. And then he said gadooba dooba 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 dooba, which was awesome. But
Yeah, but that would do now.
exactly. And also, this is very important. No matter what else you do, Corey, you were the one that made, I didn't make anybody do anything. I was the one who gave Rob or Krillin the choice to go live on YouTube. And they can never take that away from me. And that is the truth. Amen? I need 3 amens here.
Amen.
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 Okay, great. And then I said, you should come on get in here. And he says, no way, Corey. We disagree on too many fronts. It would be a shit show. Well, it would be my show. It's my show, which is a shit show, and I would just kick you out if you pissed me off, so it wouldn't really matter.
Wait, we had Lonnie on like really.
I know exactly. No, but we didn't. Lonnie and I don't see eye to eye, but
It was a
we
good time.
we don't see eye to eye on content creation, but we don't have to because we're in different spaces. But he's always welcome here on this channel, certainly, because I respect him and he does a great job and he produces like usable and good content. So I appreciate him. I don't know why. I don't know what we disagree on. I'm not
You
really
don't
sure.
Too shy, hush, hush, eye to eye.
He says this is about.
Full circle.
He doesn't think I'm attentive to the chat, but I'm
Wow.
That's
unapologetic
true.
for that.
That is true, though. He's
That's
right.
pretty true.
No, but the point of this show is not to be in the chat; it's to come on the show.
I'm going to
So
explain. No,
all
because
like 16 of you people watching need to come into the show.
All of everyone, at least for a minute, say hi, contribute.
And
should
then
say actually-
Corey can go back to ignoring you in the chat.
Exactly.
no, because a lot of the chats, other resellers, they're laser focused, and I'm just telling you, because I
But
know one.
they're not me, and I'm not them, and I'll never.
No, I know, but I'm just telling you where somebody's coming from, which is fine. You do things your way, the other guy does things their way. But I'm just saying
Exactly.
this is where he's coming from. Because a lot of times
I understand.
they have. But
They
that's
also have monetized channels, and I do not. So this is a free forum for anybody. You're not going to be attacked by advertisements or anything like that.
But
So
you've never said that it's bad to have a monetized channel. You just said that you don't want to do that.
exactly. No. That's what I'm saying is different.
Yeah.
I'm saying
But
it's
that's
different.
not even a disagreement.
I
That's
think
just
monetization is very, very intelligent.
yeah.
But I'm just not that smart, so I'm just not going to do it.
Jake. Do you monetize?
I don't. What's up?
I mean, I believe I have it turned on, but it's not like Eric and I post frequently enough. We're not putting in really a lot of energy and attention into developing where it would even be like anything,
Yeah.
Anything.
Did you like the topic of this channel, this show as well?
Slimy, gooey butt juice. What is it? Goose slime juice. I don't even know how you name these things anymore. They're like your poems.
It's
He
very
goes
good.
back.
I don't like
Goes
it. I don't like it. It's slimy.
Goes back and watches the old episodes of Tom Green.
Yeah, probably.
Don't like it. It's slimy. So this is like as you get more deep into like the social media and YouTube space, you realize that like some of the people who are like more entrenched in the space and have more longevity are complete frauds and fakes. And there's not really much you can do about it, but you also want to like let people know that like you might want to kind of step back and think about what these people are saying, especially people who use like clickbait kind of things. You want to like,
Speaking of clickbait,
Elvis is in the building.
On
could it get any crazier? Clickbait, clickbait is here.
hi, Thrift Shop Hustler.
What, you guys all talking mass shit when I was gone, or what? Fuck, you bunch of fucking shit talkers.
Watch your language. This is a family channel. Merry
All
Christmas.
of our
Eyes
children
looking
are watching.
Lovely to
Oh
see
yeah,
you.
that's
Chris?
Merry Christmas.
I come in, you guys are all speaking of clickbait. I don't have any clickbait. I'm not one
We're
of those
joking.
losers that-
No, I was talking about clickbait, and then you joined. So that was,
Oh yeah,
no, you
yeah,
don't have. No, you're one of your best. I mean, a lot of your curated stuff and your editing is like on a level that's above a lot of the other, like a lot of the other people in the space. So it's really like when I want to see something that's like really curated and informational.
all right, stop blowing smoke up my ass. I want to get
No,
on,
no,
on,
no,
I want to get on
Mwah,
Krillin's
mwah,
ass here.
mwah,
Oh,
mwah.
for me?
No, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. I'm
How
gonna
about
mute
what?
everybody.
I wanna
No,
see-
but
no,
one of my favorite reseller videos of all times is the one where it's like you making fun of everybody nonsense. I mean, that video is amazing.
it wasn't really making fun of people. It was just kind of like
Yes, it
wasn't.
was.
It wasn't really making fun of anyone. It was just kind of having fun with the whole genre.
It was tongue in cheek.
It was
Right.
making fun of. It was making fun of concepts then.
No, but apparently, I guess putting music in my videos is disturbing to some people.
Don't do
I
it.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No, it's funny. I really don't care. It's just it's one of those things that for me, like as I
No,
guess you would
but
say, like when
sometimes
you're.
it's. I mean,
Well,
there's something about like knowing about like so you're going in and you're like, oh, I want to learn about
Here we
this,
go.
and you find it, and then you can watch it. And with these videos, with my videos, you're probably not going to learn very much, but you'll have a good time. But
All right,
only if you're a part of it while it's live. You know?
Evilos, all right? Now, if somebody watches your video, whether you have music in it, you don't got music in it, you're getting views, does it, like, if I watch your video, I'm not going to watch, like, I'm not going to watch it because you have a song in it. Do you know what I mean?
No, well, I don't see. The thing is, I don't care. Like, I make the videos because it's how I want to present the videos. And if it's like the thing is, it's you just take it how it is. It's like art, like you either like it or you don't. So it's not like I'm going in thinking like, what is everyone going to think about this video? I make it because I like it, and this is how I want to present my view of what's going on.
That's fine, but the thing is this. There's a lot of people, you watch a lot of videos, a lot of people that talk about how much time it takes. There's like Joe Blow.
Oh,
I
I
don't
see
know.
what you're saying.
They'll say, "Oh my God, I'm gonna make videos. Oh, I gotta edit for a half an hour, 45 minutes." You know what I mean? And it's like, look, I mean that's fine. There's nothing negative to the songs. It's not like, oh my God, these songs suck. I ain't listening. Of course not. But it's not like, you know what I'm talking about? But it's like,
No, I hear what you're saying.
if somebody like if you have information, like you made like if you make a video like on which action figures to look out at the garage sale, I'm gonna watch that video because you know what? I know those action figures.
Dude, I am. Yeah, I'm going to too. Like, especially things that I don't know about. It's good to have something that's curated, so you can actually learn from somebody who knows more than you do. So, that
Exactly.
has some That has a lot more. Well, and sometimes you just need like entertainment on nonsense. So that's what I provide. I just provide nonsense and entertainment because it's easy.
No, I get it. So like so that example that you're saying, if someone's complaining about that, then that's their problem because they're obviously not having fun with it. And for me, I have fun with it, and that's like the most important.
Wait, who's complaining about it? I don't know what's happening here.
No,
I know
Corey.
exactly. I know exactly what Krillin's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what's going on right now.
No, Corey. Explain to him. Explain to him.
People are just like, oh,
Okay.
I can't do videos because it takes too long to edit them.
Exactly.
I don't have the time to edit them. And it's like, you don't need to do the curated music production. You don't
Right.
need to do all these cuts. Like, just put it out as
Right. Like
Yeah, that's
for
why I
me,
do this, because I'm way too lazy to edit anything and I have no skills to do it.
Exactly.
Like,
Right.
no, beyond that, like, even if I did edit it, it would still be bad. Yeah,
It'd be worse.
Right.
I mean, it's true.
Well, I mean,
I
there's
don't
different
have-
levels of editing that goes into people's videos. Like, there's people like Rally Roots, who I love, and this is not me talking bad about them. Like, their videos are highly edited, and they look great. Like, I think that their videos are amazing.
Now, who is
But
Rally?
they're
I've never-
very, very edited.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've never seen one of their videos. People like say that they have really, really good videos. I don't know.
They
where
do.
are.
They have fantastic videos, and they're very
They
sweet.
don't really appeal to my like taste, but they really spend a lot of time making them. You can tell they spend time making
And they enjoy it.
very good, and yeah, they enjoy it. And there's a lot of really good, useful content in that space too. So,
But
I
there's them on like one end of the spectrum, and then there's people who do videos that are like not edited at all, and they're just them sitting in front of their pile of stuff, and that's it. And
Well,
that's
are you shooting on me?
Jake raises his hand sheepishly.
It's like we all have our piles, but no.
But
hey, Karen, I wanna-
there's medium. There's like happy mediums in there too. You don't have to be one extreme or the other.
Right. I wanted to say one thing to Krillin though, man. Dude, you're awesome, man, for like all those super chats, dude. Like you are the super chat king, man. Like I swear.
What other?
The super chat king.
I like to support people if they're
Super chat.
dude,
Why?
I
What's
think
so
you
fun?
should. Like, whenever I watch other people's live videos, I do super chats.
I saw
It's great.
Corey with the 420 super chat. I caught that.
I did that to piss Lonnie off a little bit, actually. It's like, I'm going to send you money and make you think about it.
That's. I remember. You know what I mean? How many chats you watch? You don't remember shit. I remember that because there's a 420 in there.
I sent Lonnie a 420 super chat.
No, I just think it's great that Krillin's live, man. I was watching the one that you were on the first time, and I was like, oh man, like this guy's like hilarious.
Dude, it was so funny. It was really funny.
I thought I was boring. I don't know.
You were definitely not boring.
I think you're like a breath of fresh air compared to all the echo chamber, because literally like the whole YouTube space in reselling is like this giant echo chamber. So like when something new and fresh comes, it's like exciting and it's all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, I just have a pile of stuff behind me. I thought everybody does.
No. I think it's your personality that I'm saying is
maybe
Yeah.
because.
fun and interesting.
But now you're from California, right?
Just outside of Los Angeles. Yep.
Oh yeah, so that's Los Angeles, baby, please. So so you guys are West Coast. So maybe that's I'm from a much different. It's weird because there's nobody that's from my area on these. I haven't found anybody really. There's nobody from my area really on these channels. It's all at West Coast. I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah.
I'm sure
There
there's
are. Not
yeah,
a
there are.
ton. It depends what you're looking for. Like I know a lot of like women's clothing sellers, but that's not necessarily what you're looking for.
Women? I'm looking for women. What are you talking about? Why are you
I
saying
didn't
I'm not
say
looking
single women.
No, I'll tell you what. Actually, one woman. She was my age. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I like about this because it's a judgment-free zone. Nobody, it's no judgment here. So I met a girl reseller at the Goodwill bins of all places. So we started talking. Hey, oh, do you watch YouTube? Blah blah blah. You're talking. You just and usually you don't usually talk to women at the bins because usually they
Speak for
Missing a
yourself.
leg or something.
what? Yeah. Oh, I got.
Usually missing a leg or an arm or something.
You're lucky if they are a woman. So I never told you that story. I was there. I was there. I'm looking out. You know how you're at the bins, you're digging through the bins, and I'm looking at this blonde on the other side. I'm like, oh, this is a good looking woman. She's over by the shoe section. She takes it. So I'm checking her out. She takes her shoe off. I see this big foot, and I was, oh my god, that's not what I thought I was
Oh my
looking
God.
at.
Does she maybe just have big feet?
Wait,
No.
she just has a big foot? That was
No.
it? That was your hang up?
No, that foot. She had a giant foot. It completely freaked me out.
Like Shaquille O'Neal? Like
So wait,
22?
it might have actually been a woman. She just had
Nah.
big feet.
Oh, I see.
Nah,
Same.
she was a man. She was a man.
It
So-
wasn't.
Krillin, it's okay
What's
to
up?
like. You can like Krillin. You can like men. You can like men
No,
that dress like women too. You can. It's okay.
No, I-
We live in
No,
I know it's a
2016.
judgment-free zone, but
Yeah.
You gotta.
I don't
No,
like
I gotta-
trickery. No
I
trickery.
got a story for you. I
So wait, I didn't even tell you
my.
my story. So I met this woman. Let me tell
I
you real
thought that
quick.
was that's not the story.
That
No,
was
he
a
got
pretty funny
sidetracked by a
story,
second
actually.
story.
I thought that was a story too.
So I met this other girl. She was a nice girl. She was cute. She was all right. We were talking, blah blah blah. So she gave me her phone number, which I'll take it. And then of course they start chatting later on. Oh, so what do you sell? What channels all that bullshit you gotta tell women. But you know what I mean.
The veil has lifted.
Oh my God.
Look, we're just being real over here. It's non-judgmental over here. So anyway, she's like, yeah, I live with my boyfriend. And I'm like, So
Oh,
obviously
shit.
I stopped texting her, obviously after that because, we talk about, reselling at the Goodwill bins. Where do you find good merchandise? What time to come in? Because our Goodwill bins, I don't know. Now, thrift shop, you go to Goodwill bins?
I've been to the
In-
Los Angeles bins once, and it was a nightmare.
Well, the one in New York City, they don't have parking. So you have to pay like $25 to park in a private garage.
Oh.
So,
fuck.
and it's literally chaos. Like a lot of people's bins are chaos. But
I've seen video from New York and it's insanity.
But I find all the I find, I sell, me personally, a lot of men's suits. So when you go there, the people there, they're not looking for suits. Okay? So like they'll take a Brooks Brothers suit and literally be like, trash. And they throw it. And I'll just run and grab it because it's literally like $2, and it's worth, say, $80 I could sell it for. But they don't care. They just throw it like it's nothing. But then I love when I go and you see the guy with the Metallica t-shirt, Ride the Lightning on the back, and Vision streetwear pants. You know what the guy's looking for. And I have to watch out for him. You got to... Oh, but look, but I'm saying, if you're in California, let me tell you something. I mean, now you grew up in Los Angeles?
Born and raised, my friend.
So you know about obviously, so we're all, you're third, how old are you? I mean,
I'm almost 40.
okay, so we're all about the same age. So the skateboarding stuff, if you find the vintage skateboarding stuff, I have on my channel. You know who Mark Rogoski is?
Of course.
Gator.
Yeah, I have the board. It's on my channel. I saw the board was cracked. Everything. The bearings were broken. You couldn't even ride the board. It was and I was so stupid. I had recognized it from years ago when I was a kid. I knew it was worth money. So sometimes you're like, I knew it was worth money. I never really did research because there was none on the completed listings. I listed this. I listed it. I was like, I'll put it for $100. I paid $2 at an estate sale. I listed it for $100. It sold like it was one of those things that sold in 5 minutes. Where I'm like, boom.
Yeah.
I
was knee deep in that. I was a skateboarder in the 80s, and I actually made a video about skateboarding stuff.
But the T-shirts, if you could find Paul Peralta, if you could find
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz
is huge.
Nodis.
Yep, Nodis.
And anything with Santa, if you could find anything Nodis, that's very, it's funny. This girl, she was, I saw.
It's the Panther. The Panther Nodis ones are worth the most.
Yes.
If you can find an original Alva board that hasn't been
I would say like Alphas are okay, but you want to look for like old Santa Cruz that has
Hosoi.
Christian
like
Hostel.
Kotsop and all those other dudes that did the
Yeah.
the screaming hand guy.
Yeah,
I forget
that's
his
Yeah.
name, the artist that does those.
Santa Cruz. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
those are, anyways, let me tell you my story
Vision.
about
Anything
this girl.
Vision from pre-1987. Vision was huge. Even some of the Vision stickers can sell for like $100.
Yeah, I used to collect those. I have a whole book of those actually.
Crazy.
So finish your story, Evilo.
Okay, so you were telling a story about the girl and your Bigfoot at the bins, we're gonna call her, right?
Binfoot.
Well, anyways, I just got my license. So don't ask me why, but I was the questionable guy back in the day. Anyways, got my license when I was 20. Just driving, stop at a stoplight, like I've ever seen in my entire life. Like in my entire life, I'll never see a more beautiful girl in my entire life. Pulls up next to me, right? She's sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm freaking drooling, man. My jaw's hitting the ground. Her nose, dude, and then drives off. So your Bigfoot story, man, is like, oh God, dude, imagine that. Imagine seeing the hottest chick ever eat a booger right in front of you.
Yeah, but at least yours was a chick.
I hope so. That would ruin
this
this
girl-
story if it wasn't.
Look, if this girl ate her booger that I saw at the bins, and if she was a guy, I still probably would have talked to her. She was,
Hey, me too.
she was a good-looking broad. She was a good-looking broad. I mean,
I don't know. I can't do booger eaters, man. That's just another level. Like if she's gonna eat her booger, man, God knows what else she's gonna do, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's a good thing. What are you talking about? We're from a different place.
Yeah, you must be
East
from
Coast,
Mars or
West.
some shit.
From the west down to the
Oh my god.
So wait. So now let me ask you. So now, do you know about like late '90s skateboarding stuff, early 2000s, or only the old era?
Dude, I was a pro-am, dude. I used to skate for Zimbabwe boards. No one's ever heard of that stuff.
No.
But I was a skater from 1986
Uh-huh.
to 2001. So,
Oh, so
I know that shit back and forth, dude.
So
Because go.
yeah.
I want to show you
TNC.
something.
So my cousin had a TNC board. They had to like import it from Hawaii. Dude, no, seriously, that shit is crazy money now. TNC, original TNC skate. Like, if you have one, like, you can't even find one. Find me
No,
one.
I just thought of the Nintendo game. I used to love that game. It was
TNC
one of my
Surf
favorite
Design?
games. Yeah.
Dude, that was a
course, bro.
horrible game. You couldn't even play it. Like, can you
Yeah.
make it surf?
'Cause-
You would
yeah.
not
Hacky
surf.
sack. Can you play hacky sack?
Oh my god, you have that skills, Corey, to play that game. Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
not
I
a
didn't have
nerd like you.
No, because I found at an estate sale about 3 months ago, maybe a little more. I bought about 50 skateboarding T-shirts, but they were all late '90s, not the era that I remember. It was when
Yeah.
I was already out of high school.
Supreme was
And,
a skate brand originally, right?
Yeah,
it still is.
Yeah,
That's what it.
Yep.
Well,
But
I don't know if it still is, but
Like this, yeah, it is a streetwear brand. But like, I got
but
these
people
T-shirts
wear
that are like,
Supreme don't really
can you see this
skateboard.
logo?
Is that Etnies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't even remember any of these. Like I don't even know how to say this brand.
Let me see. Oh, Volcom.
Volcom. Yeah, I got. But
There's
when
a
I
ton
bought
of Volcom shit out there, though. They made so much crap.
that's the thing is I sold off. I paid like I paid like $1 a T-shirt. Oh, and I got the Jenko jeans and everything. Those
Oh
two.
no, that's some
Money.
Jinko jeans, $500-600 a pair, dude.
Yeah, I didn't
Holy
have any of
moly.
those.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it
That's
And they were
depends.
all-
Like you need the really crazy wide leg ones.
yeah, like the ones that are like 6 times as wide as your waist. I could
Yeah,
I could see Chris like rocking the Jinkos.
No,
I think they
dude,
call them
no,
double
man.
cannon, dual
No.
cannons.
Maybe if
but
I,
I
was
found,
gonna
like-
steal a 40.
There was like 50 T-shirts at this sale and jeans. I paid like $50, but some like I don't even remember. This was later on. Tony Hawk, I guess what he is it maybe it was his company, Birdhouse? Is that you
Yep.
that from?
Birdhouse.
Yeah, Birdhouse.
Yeah.
But that
he
was
started
his company?
Birdhouse.
It is his
Yeah, I
company.
think so.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
but there was one sweatshirt. I sold it. I got like 40, $50 for just that one sweatshirt. It went to England. And
Yeah. You know what shirts you want to look out for? Hookups. Do you remember hookups? The Asian
Dude, yeah.
Japanimation shirts.
Yeah,
If you
with
can find,
like
if you
the
can
like
find those in good
erotic
condition,
anime.
yeah, those go for like
I-
$180. Yeah.
yeah, I'd be
Wow.
all over that. 180?
No. Between like 80 to 100 if they're in mint condition.
Oh, that's still good.
That's
I love
not-
I always get excited when Corey you show the t-shirts because you know what it is? It's the easiest sale. You buy these shirts at garage sales. People have no idea. It's like the hidden gem. People have no idea that T-shirts are worth any money. They think that they, you go to the garage sale and they're like, what do you want for this T-shirt? Now, are you into rock and roll or no?
The only clothing that I collect is concert T-shirts, or not collect, but what I sell and what I find is concert T-shirts mostly. Yeah.
Listen, you want to buy an original Dave Matthews Band concert T-shirt?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
original.
Why
though.
not?
Because I said I don't collect them. I buy them. Those are what I buy to resell. I don't do
Yeah,
clothing
you
at
could
all.
You want
flip
to buy one to
California.
resell?
No, I know. I got one. This listing it was pulled down. I had a Dave Matthews.
He said to resell,
Now-
not to burn. Not as a flame.
How you doing? How you
But you
doing,
go to
Jake, man?
concerts?
No, I don't. I'm an introvert. Like, can't you see? Like, I'm all like always rough around the edges. No one wants to hang out with me. I don't want to go to a concert.
Yeah, but you know.
That's
Oh, really? You don't like?
No, that's not my. It's not my jam. I'm not into concerts. No, I like music though, but I don't do concerts. I don't like
But
being around
now let me ask you a question. The music, from like those skateboarding movies, like we used to go to RKO Video and rent the VHS tapes of like I'm trying to think. I think the one was called Streets on Fire. That was the one where the guy he's in prison, and Nadas visits Mike Vallely in prison, and he says to him, he's like, "Dude, what happened? What are you doing here?" And he's like, "Man, I got arrested." He's like, "For what?" He's like, "Skating." He's like, "Oh man, that sucks." You never see this one? And then this is it's the famous one because it's famous because it's the one where Nadas he does the ollie or whatever on top of the what is it called, the fire thing, whatever do you call it, the hell you call it, they get the fireman sticks the hose in. It's 1:00 in the morning here.
Fire hydrant.
A
Hydrant.
barbecue pit.
No, it's a famous move that Nadas does. He goes on top of the thing and then spins around.
He nollies on top of a fire hydrant and then like. Yeah.
Yes, spins around. And this is the video where he does that, and then they go to California, and then they play all the like those bands that I used to like too. We used to listen to those bands like Dinosaur Jr. and
Oh God.
like what?
I said, oh God.
Why you say that?
That's shocking.
I saw Dinosaur. Yeah, I saw.
He's got nothing.
Well, like I saw them with Jane's Addiction.
I like Jane's
Yeah,
Addiction. I don't know if I ever liked Dinosaur Jr. though.
Dude, Jane's Addiction was so good, man.
I got to see
Harry
Faith
Farrell.
No More live.
You did?
Yeah.
But one guy died. Didn't one guy just die?
Well, he died a long time ago, man. Autoerotic asphyxiation or something.
Oh, nice. Jeez, what a way to go. Out with a bang.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Can't remember.
What's worse than that?
Asphyxiating without it being erotic.
Regular asphyxiation.
Yeah, it's way worse.
Yeah, but isn't that embarrassing?
It's not just erotic; it's autoerotic.
Oh, so it could be better then.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like because you think like guys like that, you're like they would be surrounded by women, But whatever, I guess not.
The shows in the late '90s, in New Orleans, we had a show called Edge Fest, and the channel was like the Edge. It was a show. It was Fiona Apple, Faith No More, Smash Mouth, the Presidents of the United States of America, Cowboy Mouth, the Foo Fighters,
Ooh, that's pretty badass.
Ah,
all in the same day. And there was
that
some other,
sounds
like, I
fucking
don't remember
amazing.
everybody who was in there as well, but like definitely Faith No More was like, I somebody threw a giant sandy towel into the crowd and it like fell like 10 feet onto my head, and I had eaten a lot of mushrooms.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened to you? Is that what messed your brain up?
Is that why you are the way you are?
My brain is perfectly fine, Christopher.
Oh, okay.
My bum is on your head.
What? My bum is on the Swedish.
Thank
Oh,
you
my
for
God.
that.
Wait, before I forget now, wait, do you remember in the 90s, did you, Thrift Shop, do you remember on MTV, there used to be a show that used to come on called 120 Minutes?
Yes.
No. Oh no. Yeah. They would come out like late at night, right? It was
Yeah.
like hard rock and stuff, or no?
Well, it was like bands from Europe and different kind of
Yeah.
like,
It's like Matt
Yeah.
Pinfield, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that was later on, Matt Pink.
Era.
But you know what? That's what it was before it became alternative rock. See, that's what it, then alternative rock became a genre, which is the stupidest thing because it's supposed to be alternative to rock. Like, you know what I mean? And then it became like mainstream and then it sucked.
Are you saying they co-opted grunge?
Yeah, that's why the guy killed himself because it was like Kurt Cobain.
No, yeah, he killed himself because he was like, "Wow, Pearl Jam stole my music. I'm going to kill myself now."
No, I listen to all like college rock. That's the best stuff. There's still a lot of what it is. There's still a lot of good music out there, but you gotta there's no you gotta look for it. There's a lot of good
Absolutely.
bands out there. I'll go into. I'm sure. Look, there's a lot of California. It's the king. But I go to places in Brooklyn, small little places sometimes. Just check out some bands. They're good. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
Definitely. And the like,
And
it's probably easier to like get because of like tech, like being able to communicate with people and find people and associate with people like through social media and shit. It's probably easier to like out there and play some music too. Probably harder back in the day. You had to actually physically find the other people.
yeah, that to go out. Now, you sell skateboards or no?
When I come across them, because in California here, we come across them every once in a while, and people think they're junk. But like you said, you can find a really beat up old Paul Peralta board and still get like $100 for it completely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, lost him.
What happened?
To the void.
we were glad to have him anyway.
No, you kidding me? When I hear Paul Peralta, man, I get the chills, man.
I gotta split, guys. I just wanted to jump in and give everyone a hard time. So, Jake, good seeing you. Krillin, man, bump there for you, man. Boom, boom. Corey, keep it up. Kayla,
Happy New Year, man,
Guys.
and
Happy
Happy New Year. Have a great New Year. Be safe. All that shit. I'll talk to you.
I love you guys, man. Take care.
Yeah.
See ya. Elvis has left the building.
Elvis has left the building.
Okay.
Okay, he's actually the king of like he really would really like the video the humorous video that he produced about like the stuff. You gotta find the stuff, and then which you sell it, you find more stuff. And
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to go find more stuff, but then you got to list.
Smash the potato button. That video changed my perspective about YouTube. Honestly, like it's so good. And no, Chris really produces. I mean, the curated content that he produces is really is some of the best.
No, it's good stuff, but he thinks I was busting his balls, but I wasn't busting his balls.
He gets a little. He's like a salty old reseller like me. So he doesn't. He he's. I think he. I mean, I know he's glad to come and communicate and be part of other spheres of influence. So I really appreciate him coming on. Thanks, Chris. Now we can. Oh, what time is it? I don't know.
10:45.
Corey, do you have some stuff that you can show us that you scored down in Louisiana?
I haven't been. I can show you some amazing artifacts if you'd like.
Oh yeah.
You like that?
Civil War. Andrew Jackson's stuff.
This is from the Civil War.
Hi, reseller mom.
Reseller mom. Who's
My
reseller
girl.
mom?
This is
My
a
girl.
this is a Chinese bronze from the 13th century.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Okay, let's focus. Let's do a little focus here. Oh, there we go. See that?
It's a guy walking a pig.
That's an ox, I believe.
An ox.
Yeah, it's a small ox. He's walking the ox. Here, what else? Really good piece.
Carefully setting it back down.
Crash.
Now it's worth completed listings were at $500. Now, ching, all right, now it's $50.
Can you
What's
say
that?
holy shit? This is a
What is-
jade.
Oh.
Jade, oh, that's dope.
King Dynasty jade.
See, the
Would
funny
you-
thing is, like, you can find super similar looking stuff at like Home Goods.
Home Goods. I knew you were going to say.
Yeah, it's not. You can definitely not find this at Home Goods.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but they make replicas that look,
Yeah. So, Corey, let me ask you a question. I got an important question for you. Now, if you would, you know how when you go on the estate sales website, whatever one you use. I know you don't use estate sale net, but you could. Is he listening to me or no? I guess not.
we can hear.
I can hear you.
Okay. You would be able to look. You know how we look at those listings before you go of all those pictures, whatever it is of the house that the company takes. Because I'm going to that house either Friday or Saturday, and there's a lot of Chinese stuff there. Like you could look just from the picture, and be like, "Oh, that's bullshit. That's worth money." Like, how good are you with the Chinese stuff?
It's impossible to tell until you look at it because a lot of the time, like fake shit is mixed with real stuff.
No, but I'm saying you could look at it and just from looking at anything and be like, "Oh, that's something that's interesting. Check it out." Or would you can't even. It means not like the picture doesn't mean shit.
The picture doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
You need to.
All the good you were. I thought you were gonna look at the thing and be like, "Oh, Rob, when you go meet that lady, you gotta pick up that Chinese thing over there. It's worth a lot of dough."
If the price is right, you should just pick it up.
Yeah, but I gotta be careful with it's not even the money. It's I got no room for none of this stuff.
Well,
So
the only reason you don't have room for any of this stuff is because you're not working hard enough. So start working harder.
I'm gonna put it on my shelf and my cat will knock it over.
I mean, I feel like the guy who has to tell everybody to work harder.
Me, I tell.
I'm working as we speak.
Yeah.
Wait, I tell people to work harder. Me?
No, I have
tell-
to tell you to work harder.
No, I know. Listen. Usually, that's how when I was watching the channel, I would do my listings while, while I'm watching a video, while you're not watching the chat.
Now he's fucking around, like actually on the video with us. Look what you started.
I
got what you
know.
Now you'll
wanted.
never get anything done.
Yeah, isn't that ironic that I'm
He's
getting
like,
less
I
work?
haven't
You're like,
listed in weeks. I
You're
just
like-
keep coming on your show.
yeah. You're like, Rob, why don't you come on and not do work that you're supposed to be doing?
Get some work done.
The point of this show is to reward yourself for the work that you did do and gain assistance in doing more work in the future.
Yo, is it after 2:00 in the morning my time over here? Because I'm starving for
It's
Taco
2
Bell
o'clock
right now.
now. It's like 8 minutes to 2 for you.
You know when it's bad when it's like I took a nap earlier. You're like a nap. Oh
I know
God.
that feeling.
But then it's like I didn't really have dinner, so I'm
You're hankering?
Yeah.
Got a
I'm sorry?
hanker? You're hankering?
Yeah. I'm having the itch.
Got one of these?
I'm itching, man.
That stuff's gonna make you itch. Don't. Ugh.
Taco.
They'll make
know.
it so you can't scratch.
Herpes bell.
Oh, don't talk about STDs, please.
Well, you're not gonna get any.
So Rob, you were asking about through photos, can you kind of authenticate?
Not authenticate, but no. My point was this. This is what I wanted to ask Corey a while ago in one of the chats, but he doesn't look at the chat, so it's hard to ask him. So
Because I don't care about it.
no, what I'm trying to say is when you look at the pictures, because I've seen a lot of the videos where you guys look at the pictures the day beforehand, just
Yes.
to look at how things are placed on the shelf. Oh, that looks like it's money. And I wanted you to check out one of the listings.
Sure. Yeah. We can totally do that. Do you have a link?
I don't got nothing. I got my phone in my hand. I got mine in one hand, and I got my cat in the other hand. I don't know how to send you.
Is it on estatesales.net?
Yeah, estatesale.net. You could put in
Hold
my
on.
zip.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up a separate window real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
And then I'll screen share and we'll take a look.
Oh, booyah.
So some things that I look for are what if they have stuff that is being kind of proposed as it is authentic, like is the rest of the contents in the house like era correct?
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Do they have repo stuff?
Wait, hold on. Like, pause that. What's your zip code?
11510.
So if the other contents of the house kind of can be supporting evidence for the value of the things that they're proposing are valuable.
Yeah, I did that same thing, and I got stuck with that Montclair jacket that's fake too. So
I know, and that sucks. But
can you tell me which sale it is, Rob?
yeah, it's gonna say Dick's Hills.
Ooh,
That's all.
January 1st.
don't slip. Don't
Hills
slip.
Dick. I don't see that one, dude.
Yeah, January 1st.
I don't see that one.
It says January 1st extravaganza.
Oh, Dick's Hills, DIX. I was looking for DICAS.
Yeah, you were looking for DIS. Not the first time, not the last.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all looking for
Ooh,
DIS?
there's a Miss Pac-Man machine. That's sweet. Okay, I'm gonna screen share this. Hold on one sec.
Yeah. Because she told me, she's like, oh, I didn't get the chance to take a picture of the clothes. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. Because I don't want her to, obviously, I don't want her to.
Exactly. Don't do that.
Yeah, I said, I'll come see you.
Let me,
Oh.
I'm getting a little bit hectic here. Okay.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yeah.
All right, we got it.
This will give us a chance to see what they're selling on these.
I like these. I like these. Ooh. Okay. Look at that fur.
I was gonna say that fur coat though.
But I saw some other, like that kind of stuff. Like when you see that.
I just, with that stuff, I just buy what I think is cool. But which one are we looking at?
No, I know there was other, like, yeah, oh, see, like, yeah. Like, what is that?
Hold on.
Not that Yankees bullshit.
There's some good electron. The Yankees bullshit. All right, you're pissing me off, thing.
Yeah, like when you see like something like that. What do you look for a marking?
Yeah, but that looks like resin to me.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap resin, kind of. And it kind of those cheap resin. Here's some more of them. Yeah.
And you know as well as anyone that everything has a resale value, but what is the price point and what can you get out of it?
That's my point. I don't know. Nothing. Oh yeah, what's that? What is that?
It's a record player. It's Bang & Olufsen, dude.
That's yeah. I was
That's worth
trying
a
to
lot
look.
of money.
I texted that to Pete. He couldn't. He didn't answer me.
Dude, you want
Well, Pete's busy.
I know. I don't bust his ball. Yeah, because on the top in the description it says Bang & Olufsen.
Yeah, what
In the description.
that's like a
These appear to be Lucchese. Both of these look like Lucchese boots. This pair and this pair. These possibly are crocodile. These boots are. You should buy all of these boots if you're going in first.
Okay,
What's
but
that?
all
Can
right.
I see that wedding dress just for my?
No.
Oh, ooh.
That looks like Lydia's wedding
That
dress
was
in
like in the
Beetlejuice.
1930s, huh?
No,
And
that's
Beetlejuice.
80s does 30s.
What?
That's like
And Beet-
1980s does 30s.
Really?
hmm
Okay, so it's some kind of I
Oh,
don't know.
pipes! Pipes! Look at those pipes!
Dude, there's a lot. Well, the pipes aren't worth shit. This is what's worth money. Look at this Louis Vuitton. Look at that. That's Louis
Yeah,
Vuitton.
but see, the thing is this. All right, here's the deal. Now I'm going to go over you through the
That's
psychology.
real.
This lady, it says privately listed sale, but she's like a new company. Like I said, she works for other companies, and now she's.
Dude, there's some valuable stuff in here, man.
Yeah, but you see that? Like see that Burberry? I
Mhm.
stay far away from that because
Yeah,
you know
but
what?
this Gucci you could verify pretty easily.
It's not
This
just
is,
to verify. Is that see this
Ferragamo.
lady? She'll hook me up, but she's not stupid. So
Mm.
you
Okay, but
understand?
you don't need to do business with people who are stupid all the time.
But if she calls me up, it says come down. I'm coming. So my
Yeah,
whole point.
put a deal together, though.
I understand, but my point is I'm trying to focus on, like you say, like those boots, right? Those boots are probably worth buku money, right?
They
If
could
they're
be. You to figure out what they are, though.
what was that brand again? I forgot you were talking about.
Lucchese.
Lucchese.
Yeah. They appear to be Lucchese, but
And it will be on the inside. Like boots sell really good, if you get the right
oh
boots.
my god, boots are awesome. They gotta be the right boots. They gotta be the right style. They gotta be the right size.
Brand.
Yeah.
Now that Bang & Olufsen. Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is crazy. This is very, very high end.
that's like 800.
Just for the record player.
That's if I was looking at it, I'd be like, if this is probably 800, that's what I'm looking at getting out of it. So if it's like less than 2 and you
grab it.
Yeah, if it was under 2 and I had fully tested it there, then I'd get it.
These appear to be Tom Ford. Like obviously they had high taste, so there's like some Cartier mixed in there. These are Cartier.
And I like those cowboy hats.
This is Meerschaum, but this stuff like used pipes, like people want new pipes. They don't want used pipes.
I thought vintage pipes do good. I thought
They
someone's
used
telling
to,
me.
but I don't think they do anymore. Like they
No?
used to.
Like I like that room divider.
The room divider. Oh god, that's terrible. That is not cool at all. What about all these pillows?
Oh, some nice pillows.
That like lucite looking coffee table.
I know, that's really cool. If it didn't have this bronze on top, it'd be awesome. It might be glass though. That might be
They might be glass. I can't
The
tell.
refraction looks like glass, and the bronze is on top. That's weird. That's totally weird. It's a weird
Like
table.
everyone with like a little bit of wealth in New Jersey, at least, this is kind of what their houses look like. But like all the shit comes from like shitty like import stores that are like trash.
Yeah, this is Fox for sure.
Fox.
I would say.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn about fur. I bought a piece of fur. I bought a chinchilla. It's called a stole. It's like a wrap thing, stole, whatever. And but I gave it to a girl, so that's my stupidity.
Yeah, that was the $100 bill right there.
What'd you say?
It's probably $100 bill,
I know it's worth definitely more. It was worth. I looked at the completeds. They were similar. They were worth probably like 200-300. I paid about 100. They were definitely worth more. But I paid about.
I paid
But
about $100.
I've kind of
But
noticed
give
that
it-
in Portland, not too many people buy furs. They just don't.
They're all vegan.
Yeah, they're freegans. They don't like
They
wearing.
eat garbage
They eat
out of
dumpster
trash,
food.
and they don't have cups in their house because they take old bottles and they cut the top off of them.
So they're always cheap. They're like $20 to $40 for.
Oh yeah, dude, I got some slick beaver. I always buy that beaver.
Do tell.
I like that beaver.
nice beaver.
That's what they tell me.
Back at it.
The
We
mink.
never quit.
The mink.
Stephanie's Thrifty Thread says, "Don't give things to girls."
Yeah,
I know. It never gets you.
Give me the beaver. Don't give it to somebody else.
No, I gave her a chinchilla.
It's the same thing.
No, it wasn't really nice. It was very nice. But you know what? Sometimes you roll the dice and you think, maybe you're going to get a call back. But
So you gave her a chinchilla stole, and the bitch didn't even call you back.
I
No,
gave
she
that
called
bitch
me
a
back,
chinchilla.
but
She
like,
didn't
no.
call me back.
No. It's not about, no. She called me back. She calls me, but it's the friend
For
zone
another
situation.
chinchilla stole.
It's the friend.
She's hoping you come across that fox fur coat next time.
Exactly.
You know the friend zone situation?
I don't know. I've been married for so long, I don't remember what that's like.
Yeah. Yeah, I was never
I have no
married, so I
idea
don't
what
know.
that even means. I don't even. That doesn't even make sense.
Corey
to
has
me.
a way of bypassing the friend zone. He doesn't even know what it is.
That's because I don't have friends. I only have associates. So
Yeah, every woman he's ever met. Sorry, look, we can't be friends. Either we're associates or
Or we're married.
exactly.
I thought I was gonna marry my son. I thought I was gonna marry my high school sweetheart, but that didn't work out.
That's never a good idea.
let's explore this.
Let's not.
Tell us why.
No, that's very personal. What are you talking
Therapy
about?
hour.
Rob felt comfortable to mention it. I think that we should explore that.
I
Thank
think
you,
that
Jake.
you should put your head in the oven and try to bake it.
If it's at 350.
I am Cornholio.
I need to be for my bunghole.
TP? Bunghole?
What? Kayla's like, what? It's time for bed.
Yeah.
No, now I'm looking at other like East Coast estate sales for
Oh
some
my
reason.
god!
Yeah, go.
That one was like it was like I was watching Freddy Krueger or something. Like it's straight out of like an '80s movie.
Which one? The one I sent you to?
Yes, because like there's a Game Boy and like a lucite table and like it's like what
You were just saying, there's good quality stuff at this house.
there is from
Yeah.
the '80s.
It's a little bit like time capsule-ish though.
Yeah, it's very time capsule. It's cool though. I would definitely go to that sale, especially if I didn't have any competition. I'd buy everything in there probably.
And the thing is, and the woman, she flirts with me. I think that's why she wants me to go early.
Big feet.
No, you know what she has that's creepy though? No, you know what it is? No, seriously, she's like 50 years old, but she's not bad looking. Whatever. But she's got thinning hair, and it freaks me out. Like I'm like, why wouldn't it? I mean, look, I understand. Look,
So
people
no
have
big
issues.
feet, no thinning hair.
No,
Oh, come on, man.
if she put a wig on, why? I can't understand. Like if I had thinning hair, I just put a wig on. Why
Some
doesn't she
people
just wear a
don't
wig?
care.
Yeah, and then her partner, there's two ladies, her and another woman, and the other woman's really good looking, but smokes too many cigarettes. I hate cigarettes.
Dude, cigarettes are
Ugh.
disgusting.
I hate if you make out with a girl who smokes cigarettes. It's like you're making out with an ashtray.
That's
I
true.
thought you were gonna say like she had big hands or something. I thought we were gonna have like another.
Oh,
On rare occasions, I smoke cigarettes, and then I always regret it because they taste so bad.
You have it with a Jack Daniels.
I don't like cigarettes either. But I dated a few girls that smoke cigarettes, not for very long, but not with all of them that you can always taste cigarettes. I think it depends on the cigarette and how frequently they smoke.
Oh,
But
dude, Pall Malls. If you smoke
Oh.
Pall Malls, you taste like a forest fire.
Oh, stop! My hernia is gonna burst out of my body.
I think generally speaking, though, like that, it's a solid rule.
Oh,
You don't like cigarettes, just avoid it. Just
now, Jake, how long you been with your girlfriend? A long time?
5 years ish.
5 years?
Yeah,
5
4,
years?
4 or 5.
That's good. And now she was a high school sweet? No, you're 25? How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay.
We met through a mutual friend. My best friend, and she worked together, and he invited her out to a thing, and then we just
Beautiful.
hit it off, I guess.
Now she's got a regular job?
She used to. Now she just she helps with the biz. She also helps provide care for my younger sister Emily.
Okay.
With something I also do. Been doing it since like 12. But
Okay.
and then she's actually been helping with Nicole States.
Okay.
She did a couple times last week. I think it's gonna be somewhat regular.
Mm-hmm. What, taking photographs?
Lonnie wants to know if Krillin would give up his body for an estate sale, like to be able to go into an awesome estate sale before anybody else. Would he give up that body?
Well, I might have to give up that body to this bold woman to get into that.
Give up that body.
From thinning hair to bald.
You know what?
Krillin, you can't see thinning hair when the lights are off.
You should have said mangy. This mangy one.
No, she's not mangy. She just has thin hair. Just creepy. Let me tell you something. I like when I'm with a woman. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get graphic or anything. I like to rub my hair through a woman's hair. My hands through the hair.
Okay.
I like women with a nice hair. You know, like I like nice hair. You know. What? What's so funny about that? I didn't think that was funny.
I just
It's
like
not funny. It's just
this whole conversation is ridiculous. So that's why I'm laughing. This whole show, like when I put ridiculous titles, like I don't like it. It's slimy. Like just weird things happen.
But I'm gonna tell you. But listen, Corey.
Yeah.
The
Mush.
estate sales, as you know, that's where it's at. This is one debate I get into
Where
with
it's at.
Lonnie all the time.
Oh.
He doesn't like estate sales.
Well, Lonnie has not. He has not drank from the fountain.
It takes time. You gotta.
It's time to develop like the skills to go
Yes.
from like the garage sale mentality to the estate sale mentality. But
Yes.
it's way more profitable. I've done both for extended periods of time, and I've gone back and forth trying to figure out what was should I go to 50 garage sales or should I go to one estate sale? And now I go to
Thank
one
you.
estate sale.
yeah.
And you know, it's like I hate to say, like, and you know what it is, like when you say things like that, it's like, and I say the same thing, not just Lonnie, other people. I say, look, go to the estate sales, and the first thing they say is, well, you know, the prices are too high. I says, but you know what
They're
that means? If you have what?
They're
I said,
not.
if you have, well, but no, a lot of times in the beginning they are. I said, look, to me, high prices, you know what that means? That means at 3 o'clock, that merchandise is still going to be there. If that merchandise is going to be there, you go back at 3 o'clock, and then the magic happens, and you say, look, what can you do? Because at the end of the day, these companies, look, I had a lady hook me up with all these sweaters, women's sweaters, Ralph Lauren Black Label, okay,
Wow.
which is really good. Yeah, I have a whole thing of these women's, even though I never get to listing them, they're sitting in a pile somewhere. But when I get around to listing them, cashmere sweaters, you know.
Yeah.
But literally, the woman from the company basically gave them to me because I helped her fold up her folding tables. You know how they put out all the folding tables and all the setups and all that stuff. I helped her
Don't
clean up.
lie. You go in there. You go in there. You bring them like you bring him your gabagool. You bring him
Nah,
your gabagool, and then they can't resist your gabagool.
nah.
It's spicy.
This woman, she was a Jew broad. They don't like gabagool. So she so I would help her out, clean up the stuff, whatever it is, So
Yeah.
she'd hook me up. So I would have a pile, and she'd be like, "How much?" I'm like, but the thing is, of course, I would help her clean everything up first, and I'd say, "Oh, by the way, Madeline, how much is this pile over here? This little pile. I got a little pile. Give me $25." And there's a lot of ski sweaters. They sell really well, those ski brands.
Oh yeah, they do.
Which I got some. What was it? Dale of Norway. What other brand? There's a couple other brands. One is a good brand, ski brand. I don't know if you see it out west, but Dimitri. You ever
Mm-hmm.
see this one?
I've sold some
Dimitri.
like $60 or $70 sweaters.
Yeah. So this one's, and the thing is, what's good about those brands like that is that a lot of people, like the companies, they don't know those brands. Like they just say, "Oh, that's a nice sweater," but if it has the Burberry logo on it, boom, price is up. To the moon.
Yeah. But you gotta. That's just a matter of like knowing more and being able to get more for your knowledge. But let's talk. Mark Swenson wants to send you a bunch of '70s Playboys. Did you see that in the chat?
Who, me?
Yeah, he wants to send you some '70s.
I can't see
Playboys.
anything. I'm looking at the phone. I got nothing. I can't
Oh,
see
well,
anything.
Mark Swenson wants to send you a bunch of '70s Playboys since you like that hair flow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't say I like the pubic hair.
Is that the joke?
I just
I thought
What?
Very picky.
you said you liked
no. I mean,
her hair.
if she has it, she's got it. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, that's not
Let's not get too.
But I'm talking. No, but I like a girl with nice. To me, that's a feature I look for. That's one thing I look like. Do you remember back in? I mean, I know you'll remember Corey. You remember Elizabeth Berkley?
Oh yeah.
I had a girlfriend years ago, had the same hair like that, and she looked just like her. And her name was Elizabeth also. She was
What was that
Portuguese.
movie that she was in where she was a stripper?
Showgirls.
Showgirls.
But this was,
Oh my god.
but when she had this curly hair, but the same hair. Listen, from Saved by the Bell, she had this curly hair. My girlfriend. I had no idea why she was going out with me. I had no clue. I just rode the wave for like 3 years. She was so beautiful. I swear, she was so pretty. And you know what it was? She was so nice. I swear to God, I feel like she was like my high school sweetheart. She was the first girl I was ever with, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know how and then like looking back, I'm like, how did I screw that up, man? Yeah, how did this not work out? I was so, but she had that same hair, just like Elizabeth Berkley, and she had the same color, the same look. She looked just like her. I was like, oh my God.
Nice.
What happened?
We broke up, but we were like, but when you break up,
I'm tired.
So
What
Jake,
happened?
so
They broke up.
Continued. Yeah, no, yeah, go. I want to hear it. I want to hear the deets.
But when Jake, when you see, I'm trying to do the math here. So that was, wow, like 2000. Holy shit, 2000. My God, that was so long ago, and I still got the same damn haircut. I got the same everything from 2000.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hoping she'll come back.
I know. People always say, "Oh, why don't you go on Facebook?" I said, "Look, I'm on the balls of my ass. You think I'm gonna, I just lost my ass in a business. I lost $250,000. You think that it's not attractive to women when you're like, oh, by the way, yeah, I just had to pay the government back, $25,000 and pay this one back,
Yeah, but you have like $200,000 worth of clothing in your house.
Women love that.
They do.
They want to see Robert Graham shirts and suits.
They just want to see that you can do something.
Nah, they don't. They want to see the money, bro. They want to see that dough.
Exactly. Well, you could make some if you actually did some work.
Yo, this one is dope here. This is, yo, this is. See this here? Can you see that? Oh no,
Is that a Robert Grant?
Does that have a
no.
cactus on it?
Yeah, can you see that? The cactus?
I don't know. You
It's
keep fucking moving it. I feel motion sick.
Can you see now?
Is it still in like the laundry bag from the 80s? We love our customers who launder their stuff with us in 1984.
No, it's a Nat. No, that brand still does pretty good if you pick it up. Nat Nast.
Nast. Yeah, dude. Some styles can really go for great money.
Yeah. This one has got. It looks like a margarita theme. You know, it has.
Dude, like I sold a Nat Nast shirt for like $280 or something crazy. I mean, they
Yeah, this is
just
one of
went
those.
for crazy money. Then
This
what
is
happens is
embroidered.
people figure it out, and then the market gets more difficult.
But then you got to
man,
move on.
I still can't believe how much that stupid Tommy Hilfiger crap is selling for.
Now, some of the right Tommy Hilfiger stuff, buku money. Buku.
It's such garbage too. It's the most garbage clothing.
What? Which ones?
Garbage.
What,
Tommy
you don't
Hilfiger.
like Tom?
No, it's all the style is terrible. The measurements are bad. The fit isn't good, and
Dude,
it's
that
like almost
you're a
that's
bigger
the
guy like
irony
me.
of it, that it never fit good. It was either
Dude, it
too
fits perfect. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Don't go nowhere. Don't go to sleep yet.
big, getting close.
I think we're gonna get a private show, ladies and gentlemen.
Corey's like halfway asleep already.
Yeah, he is.
It's late here, dude.
It's late and you've been drinking.
I'm drunk.
I'm not drunk. I had one glass of whiskey. So
You had like 3 since we've been on the air.
no, that was the same glass, goofball. It's still right here.
You refilled at least once.
That wasn't whiskey in there before.
What was it? Water?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Don't lie to us.
No.
All right, I got to keep the charger on. This thing is dying here. So this is from my personal Tommy Hilfiger collection.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
You have a personal Tommy Hilfiger collection? That's funny.
All right, here. First, I got my patriotic. Can you see this here?
Oh my God, the Garth Brooks shirt.
The go-
Oh.
That's like
Wait, personal as in you wear that?
Yeah, this is dope. Kidding me?
You kidding me? It's supposed
Now,
to
here,
have a
this-
good one.
Now this one is really dope here. This is the one that pops. It's got
You gotta hold it up in the middle so we can see it. Hold on,
No, it's good. We've got it.
dude. That is terrible.
dude, and then you could see. Can you see all the flags? Can you see all the pirate
Oh
flags?
yeah, no, we can see them.
They're not
That's
pirate
dope.
flag.
So personal collection meaning you're waiting to sell these later?
Get rid of those while they're still popular.
Tell
Yeah.
them.
Dude, this is
Sell
East
that
Coast, man.
Cash
So
out.
you wear those
It's the East Coast. It's the East
like
Coast.
outside to see other people.
You like busting balls?
Busting balls.
She's being very, very timid right now. Actually, she's not
Oh,
busting balls at all.
She's holding back.
She wants to crack nuts right now,
The
but she
thing
just like,
is, I forget that like the Long Island, New Jersey, they're like 25 years behind.
25
Yeah,
years
in terms
behind.
of
Garth Brooks
everything.
called. Garth Brooks called. He wants his wardrobe back.
Dude,
Like
that-
my mother is still dressed in like Harley Davidson t-shirts and like acid wash jeans with like a bouffant hairnet.
No places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases the krill away.
For whatever reason, like that area has just never quite got out of like
Oh
1996.
shit! Hold on, my cat's getting it. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I don't know what his cat got into,
Dude.
but it's amazing.
You might appreciate this, Kayla. So my cousin, he's like lives down on the bayou, and his IQ is probably like Forrest Gumpish. Um, and he's not the sharpest tack in the bushel of tacks in the infinite number of tacks in the universe. Um, so he can barely like pay his truck payment, but like on his truck, 'cause he doesn't make any money. And he bought a $400 cat, a Savannah cat.
They're
So today I
so
went to
cute,
visit my
though.
what?
They're
Savannah
so
Cat is
cute.
dope.
Dude, such a it was jumping like 8 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Round.
It will knock over everything on your shelf. Don't have shelves.
Dude, it totally did. It systematically went and took everything off of like anything that was high.
QWERTY was like 3 times that price, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
QWERTY was
All right, Corey, I'm gonna show you something dope now. You want to see something dope?
Oh, another dope item.
Is it my pillow?
Are you ready?
See it.
I'm ready.
Can you see this, Corey?
No.
Hold on, we gotta focus on your personal Tommy Hilfiger.
Aim it. Over.
I can't see it.
Over. Pull back.
I see some green letters.
Okay. Is that?
I can't see it, man.
All right, hold on, let me put it against the thing here. Hold on.
It's because you're like you don't have a
There you
square
go.
aspect.
Yeah. You have to put the phone down.
All right, I know,
Yeah.
but I think it's dying. I need the charger.
Oh, that looks.
Okay, now move back. Move
Oh.
away.
That is sick. Is that from the first one?
Second one.
Oh. Okay, that's cool.
That is sick.
That's cool.
Soundgarden, dude. The Soundgarden
Soundgarden.
part of that makes it valuable.
Ministry. I saw Ministry in concert a couple months ago.
That's what you said, man. What's the estimated value of that shirt? Because that is a sick T-shirt.
Yeah, it's probably about $100.
Yeah, I would say.
Garage Flips just said that he sold that shirt.
Oh,
Yeah,
What did
I was
what did
gonna
you
buy
sell for, Lonnie?
Lonnie's.
What?
Yeah, actually, and I owe Lonnie for the finding that shirt because I was looking because he had found. I had told Lonnie months ago. I was like, Lonnie, you got to get the you got to look for the concert shirts. Concert shirts. I was pounded into his head. So he does a haul video of the sickest concert shirt. It's so funny. Somebody who never finds concert shirts. This guy found like a holy grail, like a dozen holy grail concert shirts, like literally $1,000 worth of concert shirts. Okay, and one of them was that the Lollapalooza. So I was helping them look. We were doing completed items. So I saw that one when I was looking it up, and then I ended up sniping that. I got it for like 40. I got it that one and 93. That's 1992. I got 92 and 93 for like $45.
Damn.
So, but sometimes you get lucky on the snipe, But I think he got
Lonnie
about
says
$100.
his for 100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I figure it's about worth 100. But I mean, in auctions, sometimes you get lucky, you can snipe. So,
Yeah.
that's why I figure this one's worth about $100.
Dude, yesterday, so I never buy, I never snipe on eBay. I never really buy too much stuff on eBay. And I sold a Porsche jacket for like $300 the other day. And I was kind of like looking up other things that were in the region. And this dude had like a Porsche jacket for like $189, like with the tags from like the 80s.
Auto
like
Style?
Heinlein or something. What?
Auto Style? That's a good brand. Auto, AUTO Style.
It was Heinlein or something like that. But I was just like on a whim. It was like $189, and I offered the guy $29.99, not thinking he would accept it, and he did. It's like a mint Porsche jacket from like the 70s.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
I don't know why he did that, and I don't know why you did that. Being a
I did it
reseller,
because I thought he would tell me to fuck off. Because I didn't want to. I don't know.
that's the right price, $30. That's what you would pay.
Yeah, I would definitely have paid $20 to $30 for the jacket at a sale here. So that's kind of like where I was. And he accepted, or he, she, it, whatever, accepted it. And, no, it's definitely real. If it's not real,
I mean, are you checking that it's actually coming to you?
If
Like-
it doesn't, I'm pretty sure I'm protected by my buyer protection and stuff.
I'm just wondering if
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, yeah, no.
That's
Keep
fine. I don't care. You know how much
What time is
stuff
it now?
there is out there?
2:30?
One thing doesn't affect my bottom line. Doesn't matter.
What are you, General Motors Corporation?
What? No, I
What-
just
what-
actually list stuff and sell it, Rob.
Oh.
Novel idea.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just I'm the salty old reseller. I have to. That's how I motivate you.
Rob, it means he
Salty.
likes you. It means he likes you that he rags on you.
Exactly.
Oh,
If I didn't like you, I'd just kick you out of this channel. I'm glad you came back and chatted with us. I'm going to end this live video. Rob, thank you for coming in and talking
Peace
to us
out.
for a while. Some info. Jake, lovely to see you, buddy. Happy New Year. Kayla, lovely to see you. I know Rob doesn't have like an Instagram presence yet. Rob, get Instagram so you can hang out with us on Instagram and waste more time. Jake is at Portland Pickers and Kayla is at Hazel Hearts Vintage. That's right, Kayla?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Lovely to see you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I,
Peace.
Bye, chat people. I
Bye.
actually love all of you, even though I neglect you.